Check me out now. Return of the smooth operator. Shotty on repeat. I say sleep later. This another favor. Consider me your neighbor. Lost a lot of fam in pursuit of the paper. She gon' catch the vapors when we slide by. The way I speak my mind, it's like I peak my prime, but I ain't close. I cruise through the night air. Fantasy a dream. Real world is a nightmare. Like Claire battling the brainless. Learn to live shameless. Talk about me alive, but claim that I'm nameless. You aimless. So I'ma style on them. They washed up. It's a rap. Throw the towel on them. Gaining miles on them. Otakus for the win. Tacos, it depend on the mood that I'm in. Like Finn when it's time for adventure. This some new blue. Get ready to enter my mind for a few. Come and take a ride with the crew. I'ma show you how to recoup days lost when you vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. About time to regroup. Fly, got my eyes on the view. Never hear lies, only truth. Realize why they vibe with the blue. 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 Vibe with the vibe with the sky. Wait, you know the rest. I'm blessed. I see you frontin' like you ain't impressed, but I still get requests. I'm playing Zelda on the GameCube. I quit spamming my music. Don't ever try forcing the links. That's a high rule. The wind waker, Mother Nature on my side too, controlling the elements. Go and check my avatar. I'm arrows ahead. Get the point. Moving forward, the battle scars accumulated over time are reminders of what I went through as a miner. But made me a grinder. The trees broke down for this loose leaf. If life's a game of death, I'm Bruce Lee. Ooh wee. Lose sleep on the regular, trying to get this word out. Then I crash Nebula. Wish I had a very odd parent, maybe two, but it's cool. Everybody pays dues. Now it's time to make moves. Granny didn't raise me to lose. Think I'm in the mood for a cruise. Wanna ride? Come and vibe with the blue. Come 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 vibe with the. Check this out, y'all. I'm back spazzing like the elderly. Worth of my cousin Beverly. Never swear away from the truth. Just ask Heather. Be weather, be tripping. Starting to control like our destiny. Always give you the best of me until the death of me. My weaponry is a paintbrush. Hush, don't tell my secret. They get a hold of it. If you leak it, get it. It's cool. Got you covered though, look. But let me get back to that cool-ish, loose-ish. Why they still lying? They don't do this. Bad at board games, whole world clueless. Selling their soul for Roof Chris. Who's this honored fella? Need a slice, extra mozzarella. Crew fly, let God propellers. Humanity born like they don't trust fun. Why you dodge to tell her? You don't know, but my odds are better. Life's a gamble, depending on who holding the cards. You can start living at large or it's bon voyage. Charge it to the game. Me and you ain't the same. I'm thinking bigger pictures. Why you still shrinking the frame, ever blinking the rain? It helps when your eyes dry. Mob with the bright minds. Think you funny, wise guy? Midnight marauder with a new tribe. Tired of the fake. Come and vibe with the blue sky. Come vibe with the blue sky. Why do you try? We get them high. Take them high. What I do? Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. Come vibe with the blue. Pass what up? Vibe with the.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
I have seen everything that has ever happened, ever will happen, ever could happen, and yet, what the hell is this?
Are you ready?
Word to wise, grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple lies. You can't see me, you Stevie, wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Dream on, yeah. Dream on, dream weaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It is your boy Ernie, the Blur Without Fear. Got the homie Carter presents. Welcome to, episode 282 of the Blerd Cave. God damn! The number one comic book news stream on this and any other Earth in the multiverse that you can find, well, not just here, but also you can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Amazon. You can find us on Google. You can find us on iHeartRadio, Apple, everywhere. Okay, you can find us everywhere. Okay, you get the vibes by now. Shout out to everybody for pulling up. And Carter, what's going on?
Some nerd at the comic shop when I was buying your books got me fucking sick. So that's one.
It wasn't
Number
nobody in
two,
here, was it? Y'all,
yeah. It could have been Ed Boy in the Cut. It could have been the Elite. It could have been several goddamn people. It could have been Screwface Capone. It could have been Sprite Lee. It could have been Carlos Johnson. It could have been Jasmine Ass. It could have been Mr. Overdose. It could have been Trip Zero. It could have been my brother's keeper because I ain't never had one. So the fact that you I know you're trying to keep your sickness with me, you bastard. But other than that, other than that, I was able to go to a Lupe Fiasco show Sunday, which if you all saw my Twitch stream, you saw some of the footage that I recorded there. You all know some of the shenanigans that happened there, and you all know why I'm wearing my goddamn hat, because I'll never not wear this hat, because this was the cheapest thing at that motherfucking merch booth. Let me ask you.
Yes, please ask away.
So let's say there's a musician that you're a huge fan of. Devontre, thank you for gifting out that Blur Without Fear membership.
Oh, yes, sir.
The unknown Jackson. Yeah, the unknown Jackson, Levante. And thank you for that $9.99. Damon Lacey saying hello, Blur Koa, even though you split the words up for some reason. That time again. It is that time, but not yet, because it's story time with Carter, baby.
Hey, wait. We can't forget about our boy. We can't forget about our boy. I can't let you just. I can't look in the words of yesterday evening. I can't just let you roll past.
You just want to make sure you stay up on them now, so that last week won't happen. Where I came very close to not having to hear that shit. But
no, we can't. We can't have that. We can't. I can't allow that in the Church of the Blerd. Look, we got my boy, my guy, your guy, Gearless Mo out here with that 1999. Super chat. That's the homie out there. Gearless Mo says, "Let's go and get them likes up." God damn it, I'm adding the goddamn it. Okay, I'm adding that. That's my part. That's my contribution. That's my contribution to all this. Go ahead, Carl. Go ahead. Tell the story.
Well, the story has to start with a question. Let's say you are going to one of your favorite musicians' shows.
Okay.
They have a merch booth. You want something from the merch booth because you were able to make it to one of their performances. They're on tour. You want that memory for yourself.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you, how much would you be willing to spend at that merch booth?
Personally, man, I'm a cheap ass. So, if I'm the most, I'm willing, like, I just because I know how much shit's gonna cost, I'm not willing to spend more than like 40, maybe $50, depending on what it is. Now, that said, that 40, like I said, that $40 to $50 is conditional on what I'm getting. So, like, if we're talking about like a t-shirt, I'm like, look, man, once we get past $30, you already kind of getting a side eye from me. $30, I'm like, all right, look, this ain't distillery. We ain't paying for the Eisner on this shit. So, look,
I'm not paying for that motherfucker either. I'm gonna tell everybody that'll be my recommendation. Look in the back issue boxes at your local comic shop. because I showed Ernie last week when we ended the show. Like I got some distillery for your ass right now.
Look, that man said, "Look, I got that distillery. Look out the back of the trunk."
When I got your books yesterday,
mm-hmm.
So I got something for me. Okay, you look.
What you got? What you got?
Mirka and Dolfo's Blasphemous, issue number 1. Mirka and Dolfo's Blasphemous, issue number 3. And I also got Scott Snyder, Francesco Francavilla, White Boat from. These are all distilled.
Oh, okay. All right.
If we can get that right there, one good time for the one time. You see that right there?
Wait. Here, wait. Look, yeah, there you go. Right there. Bam. We got.
Sure you go in your bargain bin, ladies and gentlemen. We're not paying for items over here. $1. You make sure y'all go to your bargain bins, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, not your bargain bin, your back issue boxes. You know they got some back issues and all them long boxes. Make sure you check them out. You could get some distillery books for $1. Now, back to what we were originally talking about. Okay.
So, I was gonna say, look, if you get Mirka and Dolfo, dude. First off, Mirka and Dolfo in a bargain bin just sounds disgusting. It sounds it sounds so nasty.
That's why I didn't want to say bar. That's why I caught myself. It's not the bargain bin. These are back issues.
Oh, okay. In the back issues box. Okay, I'll accept that. Back
issues box. And with that book, Blasphemous, I'm actually surprised because there's not as much licking and sucking and titillating titillage as in a normal Mirka and Dolfo book.
But, no, there is not.
I'm happy for it because that was a good story for me skipping the second issue in a 3-issue series, but we ain't talking about that. Back to my original. You said $40 or $50 and you already looking at a motherfucker with the side eye. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I get in there. I'm one of the first few people in the merch booth line. I see hoodies. I see a hoodie. I see 3 shirts. No, I see 4 shirts and a hat. The hat I got on right now, Samurai, talking about Lupe's most recent album, Samurai. Okay. I said, you know what? That hoodie is kind of nice. I'm gonna give you an idea of what it was. Black hoodie has Lupe Fiasco and his design on the chest. On the back, this real big, I don't want to say extra to make it sound like a negative, but like this big like kanji samurai thing about the album. This big, like huge design on the back. Lupe Fiasco Samurai. On the sleeves were a sword on each sleeve. Samurai, right? I said, you know what? This is my first Lupe Fiasco show with him being on tour. I got to get something worth it, man. I got to get a good memory. Hey, brother, how much is that? How much is the Lupe hoodie? That motherfucker goes on his iPad, hits the plus tax button, turns the iPad to me. My first warning should have been he didn't tell me the price. He just turned the iPad around, right?
Oh god.
And then when I look, I said, okay, how much is this hoodie? Let me look down. Oh, $88 for the hoodie. Okay. How much of them t-shirts? 88 for the hoodie. I feel you big time. Okay, how much is the t-shirts? He said long sleeve or short sleeve. I said, it is getting kind of cool here in LA. How much for that long sleeve? 50. Okay. How much is that hat right there with the samurai on it? Just the regular dad hat, brother. You sure you don't want the short sleeve? How much is the short sleeve? 40. Yeah. How much is that samurai hat right there, big dog? 33.
See, yeah.
Y'all don't see me tapping the hat audio files, but I am tapping the hat right now.
Bruh. Well, no. See, now that was disgusting. That was disgusting to me because I'm going to tell you right now, I can't pay that much for no goddamn hat. I just can't. Now, the thing that, despite all that thing that you told me that had me hollering, was all the motherfuckers that didn't know any of the old catalog.
So that was a thing. What he is referring to, because it was several times when he was mentioning it. You had people that didn't listen to Food and Liquor, didn't listen to The Cool, but they knew Samurai or Tetsuo Youth, or they just knew Lasers for some reason, which is probably the nastiest album.
They ain't know nothing about no American Terrorists. They don't know nothing about no Kick Push.
No.
They don't know nothing. Look, they don't know nothing about no Hurt Me Soul, no nothing. They just
dog. Had he played American, because that's American Terrorist is one of my favorite ones. Had he played that in there, I would have turned into a pillar of salt. When he did Daydream, I'm not a religious person, but you know how you see them old folks catch the Holy Ghost and they doing some dances that ain't got nothing to do with the Lord. It came very close. But
oh god, nah, that's my shit right there. Like,
okay, exactly. I only know the old catalog. I stopped probably at Lasers. You would have got clowned in that building because he was clowning y'all people too, talking about how y'all just stopped at like the first 2 or 3 and then just didn't listen to shit else.
After that,
Lupe got 8 more after that. You were one of them people that he was clowning too. But overall, it was an amazing show. I still have some videos to upload from that show. If I did play some of them yesterday or day before yesterday on Twitch, which is Carter Presents on Twitch. So we were laughing at those. Absol randomly came on stage out of nowhere. He wasn't even expecting to come on stage. But overall, man, that was a nice early birthday present to me. And that is probably the only reason this goddamn hat got bought in the first place. But now that I'm thinking about what you just said, going in that comic shop and not getting nothing, I'm proud of myself. But at the same time, this hat could have been some books right along with getting your shit. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. I'm okay. So not with like concert shit.
Yeah.
But sometimes this has happened to me at like wrestling events.
Okay.
I can't say that like I won't spend money.
Of course.
Because depending on what it is, I'm gonna come out with something. Okay. So please believe that if I go to like a wrestling event, the same shit's gonna happen. Like concerts, I don't care about anymore because like I used to be that guy. Like, and I guess it's because like I used to go to so many concerts and had even not like any major concerts, but have even performed in a limited capacity at concerts. So like the mystique of a concert t-shirt to me is gone.
Yeah.
But if you catch my ass at like a WWE or like a AEW event, you best believe I'm gonna get got. Cause I'm gonna be like, oh man, I gotta get the shirt because I gotta support my favorite wrestler. All that bullshit.
Yeah. See, what pissed me off about the shirts, because here's the thing. Your boy almost got the hat and a tour shirt. But what happened was you got at the merch booth, you got 2 white boys and a brother. If you wanted the hoodie or the hat, you talk to the white boys. If you wanted the tour shirts, you talk to the brother. So I said, okay, I got to do a transaction. I got to do 2 different transactions for whatever reason. We can't just do it all with one person. I bet. Give me my hat and give me my shirt. When I handed my card, or when I handed my phone to scan to buy both of them, I was just going to say, fuck it. The tour shirt was 40. This was 33. That's still nasty for 2 things, but I say, you know what? This will probably be the only time I see Lupe live because I'm not getting up. I ain't getting up no more if he's ever back in town or in Memphis somewhere because I've already seen him once.
Yeah.
I'm talking to this young lady. We're talking, flirting, talking. And then the brother makes it a point to say declined out loud. Almost swung on him. Very close. Almost swung on him. But I was like, no, that's exactly. I was
about to say, no, your black ass did not just sit here and try to hoe me out while I'm trying to spit game. Okay, no. First of all, that's a violation.
after your Magneto and Xavier video, you can't say black ass no more. That's racist when you say it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, look, dude, look, that wait, real quick. I had a motherfucker like, there were some pictures I think I showed off. I think I only showed off one of them in the Discord. I think I showed it to you, but I didn't like share it with everybody.
Yeah.
I think yesterday, like I shared like the little bishop drawing that I did.
Yes.
I didn't share the storm one that I did, but I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll do it here just a minute, and then we'll get back to Carter's story time, because I can't let this go. I can't let this not stand. But so the whole so Carter, you know just as well as I do.
Yeah.
That the thing that has been on the lips and hearts, the minds and souls of black people everywhere, and you know what? Even the odd white person or two. There's one great unifier now. There's one great unifying word. Carter, do you know what it is?
What is it?
So that said, while I was sitting at the dinner table, I was sitting at the dinner table this Thanksgiving, which, by the way, I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Happy Genocide Remembrance Day. Just remember that don't trust the white man. The white man will lead you astray. We'll take your country because you have no flag to prove you are a country.
You had several people laughing their ass off on my Twitch stream because you sent me that Thanksgiving message midstream.
Oh,
I said it live. I said, let me tell you what this motherfucker just told
me. But no, I want to share this with y'all. This is something I drew while I was sitting at the dinner table. I was like, man, I want to draw a classic bishop. With the Jerry curl and everything. I was like, I haven't finished yet, but I think I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe y'all help me out. I think this could be merch. I think this is going into merch. Yeah, I think this could be merch. I'm gonna go back and we're gonna put this in Clip Studio and mess around with a little more. I'm gonna make some things happen. But I posted this on Threads, and someone was like, man, I still hate you for that Martin Luther King, Malcolm X video, but this fire. And I was like, oh, that's sweet. I say, you know what? I was like, you can hate as long as you know I'm right. But there's one I didn't show y'all. I only showed this to Carter because it was me being funny. And it was this. I was like, I want to draw Storm, but I want her to be Memphis as fuck. So you know what I did? I actually here, I'm gonna pull this up. I want y'all to, some of my Memphis rap people, you probably recognize this image here. I'm gonna put this over here. Some of y'all might remember this Glorilla cover, and that's basically where I got it from. I was just messing around, but we might make something out of that too. We might, I like I said, all these I'm gonna be going back and messing around with. But I know for a fact this is gonna be merch. Now I want to just real quick. I want to go back to the Storm.
You know, you could literally put just bruh.
That
would sell. That would
you
sell.
Know what?
That
all right, you know
sell.
what, Carter, you gave me an idea. You know what? Here, let's put that on the here. Let's put that on there.
Happy to help. It just comes to me.
Or you know what? Hey, we can put row.
Yeah, that works. That works. That absolutely works.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna tell y'all how nasty I got with it. Y'all probably can't see it as good because it's because of where it's at right now. But and I just realized here. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me take that off of there. I realized I was showing you twice underneath the picture. But if you zoom in, if you zoom in, I put the grill on her. So you can get Do y'all know how much I hollered when I realized that mutant was just the right amount of letters? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was sitting at the dinner table, had my little, matter of fact, where did I don't know where I sat. It was probably somewhere. I think it's in the living room. But like the actual pad I drew it on was in the living room. But like when I was sitting at the dinner table, there was a moment I was like I normally, like, y'all don't ever really ever hear me say, I don't usually say nigga very often on the platform. And I say it even less around my extended family. But I'm sitting at my in-laws and I'm sitting at the table, I'm just like, nigga. And everybody's kind of turned and looked, and I was just like, nah, man, I figured out. I was like, y'all get back to cooking that dry ass chicken shit y'all making. Y'all get back to y'all. Anyway. Look, I was sitting here, I was like, damn, I said, I don't even have to like finesse this any at all. I said, it literally spreads across the grill evenly. I was like, okay, yeah, we gonna make that a thing. So yeah, these are gonna be things that I'm gonna, not potato salad with raisins. Okay, so let me explain this. My brother-in-law provided Thanksgiving dinner this year. He did, that's not to say he hasn't done it before, but it's always sad to me when he does, because, he always trying to get us to like Greek food, and I don't like Greek food, so I didn't eat very much this year. My wife had a potluck at her job the day before Thanksgiving. Yeah. When we got back home, I immediately took that shit because it was like we got all the leftovers because everyone else was going out of town. I immediately took them leftovers, put that shit in the microwave. Heated that up and ate that instead. That's how
much what I did, because my job did the exact same thing on fucking Tuesday. Yep.
It's like, yeah, let me go ahead and get that. Let me this ham is way better. It got more glaze on it and is seasoned right. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna eat this instead. But yeah, my it's and I'm also trying to be healthier. I'm also trying not to use as much salt, not use as much stuff that raises blood pressure. And in order to eat his food, I have to. So it's just better if I don't. So yeah. But anyway. Yeah, I thought it was a bold choice as well, Jonathan. I thought it was a bold choice as well. It is one of those things where he is always trying to like culture us. And I'm like, nah, we good. We good. I was like, look, man, I know we trying to like get away from the normative Thanksgiving shit, but this ain't it. I had Chinese for Thanksgiving once. It's one of the best Thanksgivings I ever had. I said, can we just do that? Can we just have a Chinese giving? Can we have that instead? This Greek's giving ain't hidden. It rolls off the tongue better, but it ain't hidden. This ain't hidden. This ain't hidden like that. Like, honestly, I was mad because when we came home, our neighbors are, well, they mad niggerish. Our new neighbors are mad niggerish. And we came home, they had a whole fucking block party popping off in the house next door to us. And I was like, man, I kind of want to go up in there and act like I'm just family and nobody will know the difference. Because I said, I need some soul food in me right now. God damn it.
When I was in Memphis, the poetic justice was real. Do you know how many times I would just walk up to motherfuckers? Who are you? Oh, bro,
Cousin Pete.
Cousin Pete. Quick. I've done that. Hand to God, I've done that for at least 4 random little outside barbecue joints for Thanksgiving. I've done at least 4 times. I've been Cousin Pete in like 4 different places. There's not a pink bone anywhere upon me, but they went with it.
Look, let me tell you something. We actually were talking about it. We were musing about it on the way home. I was like, I think next year we hosting. I was like, yeah, next year we host. Because because the thing is, I was like, we need more. I was like, I said, Cersei need to know more about Thanksgiving than just this bullshit right here. Because she hasn't been to sadly we haven't actually been to any of my family's Thanksgivings in like a while. Not because we don't want to, just that I'm not that terribly close with my side of the family as much anymore. Like everyone who I'm cool with is like my mama, my cousin. That's it. Like that's it. So like we spend more time around my wife's family. But yeah, we might have to change that up. Because I can't take this shit no more. Yeah, anyway. Carter.
What's up?
Man, what we got? What we got today? We got Venom War. I know that, but
yeah. Oh shit. Well, the other thing I asked you about before we started, because you said you read the alpha issue.
Oh yeah, talking about Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
Crazy ass Donnie.
Look, man, leave Donnie alone.
Crazy ass. Dog. Chris Burnham's art was such the. It was like Penny and Shaq, because with Jason Aaron's writing of Donnie being a goddamn lunatic, with Chris Burnham's art making him look so frail and lanky in certain instances, it added to this motherfucker's a sociopath.
Well, it was crazy because so all right, if for whatever reason you've been living under a rock and you didn't know that Jason Aaron is currently yes, I know what you're thinking. Jason Aaron, he's writing. Wait, he's writing Ninja Turtles? Yes. Jason Aaron is writing the current iteration of the Ninja Turtles. And yes, before anyone asks, it is carrying over directly from the original 150 issues. I say this all the time just because I know every once in a while someone might forget. But yes, it is like I hollered when he pointed out that his shell hurts.
Yeah, I did like that. I like that they kept that when he caught that Bebop and Rocksteady. I did like that.
Like
and
that.
They even tell you there are certain instances where he's having inner monologues with himself that if you want to know what he is referring to, go back and read them junts. It happened back then. So it did. What else? I wanted to ask you, why is it that I would say like two of the fan favorites look like some nut jobs right now? Because Donnie looked like a crazy fool, especially when he had the motherfucker was dead on his shoulder. Okay, he put it right up. Damn, bro.
Look, let me tell you something. When all this shit was going on,
yeah, that motherfucker looks insane.
Look, Donnie the whole time was just sitting here, just like,
I really miss my nigga.
He couldn't miss him. He thought the fool was right.
I really miss my nigga.
I love when.
Oh god!
I love when the people he was protecting was like, no. We understand you want to get us out of here, but we don't know what your ass is gonna do when we out with you.
Right, dude. This motherfucker was out here. I was like, bro. I was like, what is he doing?
Just coming from the previous issue, you got Leo talking to goddamn turtles that ain't talking back to him. He just randomly talking to goddamn snapping turtles, and now you got Donnie in this one, who swore up and down that was his daddy.
Also,
right
I want to point out something. I want to point out something because this is. Let me tell you, like all the turtles are down bad. All the turtles are down. This Leo right here. This man went out here, was meditating. Look at this bullshit. Motherfucker sat there and meditated so long, the tide then rose on his ass and then come back down. Like the man, look, and
he swore them snapping turtles wanted him to do that.
Yeah, and look, you can't look. It might be hard to see right here, but you can see the little wiggle lines over Leo. That man is shivering. That that man, that man is cold. Okay, he was like, the turtle said, "I gotta do this." Motherfucker got the flu now because he just sat out here listening to some goddamn turtles that wasn't even talking to his crazy ass.
And LP3 hit the nail on the head. Raph is the only one who is halfway sane because you got Mikey going through it in Japan where he just depressed, he just going through it sad. You got
hold on, wait a minute. No, you can't forget about this part. Leo gave himself up. He thought he was about to get ate.
And then
he thought he was like, please eat me. And the turtles walked right past his ass and said, "Nah, man, we don't eat that crazy meat. That crazy meat is for the streets."
That is crazy. Leo possibly going through it. Donnie, he Arkham ready.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Mikey depressed, don't know what he wants to do in life. And Raph is just Raph. Raph just Raph.
Look,
bro.
Mikey, look, wait, hold up. First off, this would have me messed up. Look, you take all the Mikey's hallucinating his brothers and shit aside. This shit broke my heart. That man sitting here with the goddamn microwave pizza.
Don't act like you
out
like
on the couch. That's what I'm saying.
I was gonna say you just had a hot pocket while you was watching something and not clean it.
But no, like, dude, I can't tell you how many times I done done that old man on the couch slump where you ain't even on the like your ass ain't on the cushion like it's supposed to be. Your ass is halfway off the cushion. Yeah, you on that, and your back is in the space between the seat cushion and the back cushion. You just like, I was like, dude, Mikey is washed.
Yeah, you got to make that ugly sound to get up. Yeah,
like that. Look, and then your back be hurt for the next 4-5 hours because you know you ain't supposed to sleep like that. And I was like, this motherfucker is washed. He's I'm gonna take it back. Mikey ain't washed. He is washed. That is what he is. He is washed. But yeah, no, Raphael about the only one that got some goddamn sense right now. Which is crazy to say, cause that motherfucker didn't voluntarily put himself in prison. Like it ain't even like this motherfucker said, could you imagine, Carter, being so down bad that you want to go to Oz? You like, nah, man, I gotta go to Oz. This is the only way.
You gotta stop bringing up Oz. Not after that goddamn Ernest Schillinger. No.
No, you know what?
We can't reference Oz ever again after that.
Look, let me tell you something. Why is it that they didn't take this opportunity to put the skull cap
not the
on
red
his head?
You are a sick man. You are a sick man. Ugh, no, we ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. What I want to ask you, just to keep it back on point, just to get us back on brand.
Yeah.
All 4 issues are done now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We had an issue each turtle.
Yep.
The next issue is looking like, okay, now we're going to be back into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles instead of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Right.
Even though it also looks like it's going to have something to do with my boy Casey Jones. So what I want to ask you is, are you ready for, okay, we've gotten a turtle each. Now it's time to collectively see how Jason Aaron is going to write all of them as an ensemble. Or would you want it more so to continue the issue a turtle? Even though they might not have different artists each issue, are you wanting the turtles to be together now? Or are you more, I like each issue a turtle, because they've been each issue, all 4 have been good.
They've been great. All 4 issues so far have been great. And now I will definitely say I am ready. I am actually ready for the turtles. Actually, no, I take that back. I'm gonna tell you what I'm actually ready for. I'm ready to know what it was that split the band up.
Yeah,
that's what I'm like, because what Carter was kind of alluding to with the next issue is that we got the introductory pieces, all that stuff is there, but the next issue that we're gonna get It's going to be the team together. Like, everybody is reunited. The Turtles are back together. But they're doing the same thing. Jason Aaron's basically, I'm not saying he's reheating leftovers, but what he's doing is, so in the initial run of the IDW Turtles, they did this thing where the Turtles started apart, but not as apart as they are now. Like, in the initial run, Raphael wasn't with the group. Yeah. Everybody else was looking for him because he got separated from them, like, when they got mutated. So like when the mutation happened. And then they spent the next 2 to 3 issues explaining why they were split up. And then by the time you got to, like, I think it was like issue 5, 6, or 7, they finally told you, oh, well, actually in this universe, it's a different origin story. Like, yeah, they get mutated by the ooze, but there's a story that takes place before that. And here they're kind of doing the same thing, but instead the way they're structuring it is, okay, so the Turtles are split up, but this time it's all of them split up, but we're not telling you why they split up, but we're heavily implying with each issue that something dramatic happened after issue 150. Because even Donnie kind of talks about it a little bit, about how things kind of just smooth fell the fuck apart.
Yeah. When what happened happens, it was like, oh, okay.
Right. Because the thing, and I want to make sure everybody remembers this. For those, like, if you didn't read the original 150, I can tell you this much. The reason why it shocked me so much the Turtles were split apart was because this wasn't the last page of the issue. There was more after this, but this was one of the last pages of that issue. And it's like everybody was together. April, Casey, Mikey, Donatello, Raph, Leo, Jenna was there. And while it doesn't look like her there, the little albino turtle that was hanging around during the last 50 issues, Lita, that's her, but she is, as you can see, she's not a turtle anymore because she was originally a human. She got demutated during the last, like, 5 issues of the entire run. So that's her. The little little dinosaur Pepperoni is still there. Like, and if you read Mutant Nation, all that stuff is intact too. But and if you read I won't say much more than this because I'm gonna do a video about it, but if you read Night Watcher, you do bump into Jenna over there. And we know that Venus de Milo is still around because Venus de Milo basically kind of became the launching point. Basically, like, she kind of became the turtle outside of time, ensuring that everything goes precisely the way that it was supposed to, with the turtles, their souls, their DNA from the time in feudal Japan being brought over to the present. All that stuff. She was able to ensure. She was also able to ensure the spirits of both Tang Shin and Splinter were safe in the hereafter, all that other good stuff, and all the rest is kind of settled from there. Yeah. But once you get past that, it's like, okay, well, dude, what the hell is going on? Like, where is everybody at? And I feel like, this next issue is going to be that, like, kind of, I don't want to put too much on it, but the same way that the origin issue of TMNT, it kind of set the standard for, like, okay, this is what we're doing going forward. Because oddly enough, it was the 5th issue. The 5th issue was the issue we got their origin. I feel like Jason Aaron's just repeating that formula. Like, he split them up. In the 5th issue that we get, he's going to bring it all back together and tell us why the whole thing fell the fuck apart the way that it did. And Casey Jones is an easier one to suss out because we've been keeping up with him. Did you read, what was it, Destiny? Was it Untold Destiny of the Foot Clan? I believe it was.
It was on my list. I have not read it yet.
Okay, got you. So, for those that don't know, they had a little story arc. It was called The Untold Destiny of the Foot Clan. It is I think it was like a 5-parter. Excusez-moi. It was a 5-parter, and basically it cataloged what Karai was up to.
Yeah.
In the in-between time of 150 and the relaunch to 1. And basically, she has a new mission, and it's essentially no more Foot Clan magic by people who are not a part of the Foot Clan, which is why she's going after Donnie in the 4th issue. The reason why the Foot shows up, why they're absolutely positively gunning for him, is because out of all the turtles that learned magic in the previous run, Donnie was the one that basically became Sorcerer Supreme in this bitch. Donnie was walking around with the staff. He thought he was Doctor Strange for real. Donnie had gone, I would dare say, off the wall with matter of fact, here, let's look, that motherfucker said, look, I am the Iron Fist. He's I'm the Iron Fist and the Sorcerer Supreme. I got you.
What is it with all the smarty pants people going the magic route? Because when I see this, I think about Beast when you had the all new X-Men and you had the First Class Hank.
Yep.
He started learning magic and all that shit, and then that went left just like with now Hank didn't see his pappy in a previously just shuriken rat, but the smarty pants, they start fucking with magic and just lose it.
Look, Donnie was out here. Look, Donnie said, Donnie read one Marvel comic. And that motherfucker said, nah, I just got done rereading Donnie Cates' Doctor Strange. He said, yeah, I'm throwing the Winds of Watoon. I'm throwing the Crimson Bands of Sidorak. The Blazing Bolts of Balthak.
Jason Aaron or somebody's gonna see this, and then Donnie is gonna have the spirit of a talking rat as his partner, like Doctor Strange did in that run. Look what you done did. Look, watch. He's gonna have a spirit of a dead rat that's gonna just be the whole run.
Well, the thing is, what was so funny about it was that when you start off that initial 150, Donnie does not believe in magic. He doesn't believe in magic. He doesn't believe in religion. He thinks it's all hokey. If you can't prove it with science, he doesn't believe in it. So he spends the majority of that first 100 issues getting broken of that mentality, and then spends the next 50 kind of figuring it all out. But like when you get to that last 10 issues, because it really, Armageddon game is the kickoff point. So for those that, if you didn't, for whatever reason, keep up with the Armageddon game or the events that took place prior to it, basically what happened was Shredder taught the entire crew how to wield magic. Specifically ninja magic, to put a finer point on it. They even, for those that don't, matter of fact, I'd forgive you if you didn't see him, because he's not wearing his mask. But that is Oroku Saki with the turtles, and he is teaching them how to get down. And they all have to kind of do their own little spirit quest. But yeah, after all this, Donnie was the only one who really used any of the magic stuff with any regularity. Like everybody else used it, but like Donnie was like, nah, I got to he said, I'm gonna figure out time travel in this bitch. And it kind of just went from there.
Okay.
The eyebrows. you ain't shit, Elite. You ain't shit. But no, but that said, yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to see what is the kickoff point. And speaking of Shredder, I wonder if we see him somewhere down the stretch, because that motherfucker was in space last we saw. That motherfucker was Conan. He was doing his Conan shit.
Okay.
When we got to the end of Armageddon game, for those that may or may not have been there for it, the last time we see him is here. And that motherfucker is on a planet very far the fuck away. Matter of fact, this is where he at. That motherfucker is in Dimension Z, chilling. The man said, look.
Now he trying to find Noel. Jesus Christ.
Look. Right? He's like, let me find out that motherfucker. He said, let me find that
that's why
that
you
King in Black.
That's why you pulled this shit up, trying to keep it on brand with the Venom conversation we about to have. See, oh my Lord.
Look, I'm out here.
He went to Arnim Zola's planet to find Noel. Okay, bro.
Okay, bro. That's how nasty this shit done got. That's how nasty it got. So by the way, coming March, we're gonna have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Marvel Universe crossover. It's gonna be Venom War versus the Heroes in a Half Shell. I'm joking. I'm joking, but yeah.
Hey, stranger things have happened. This conversation we about to have about Venom War. Did you know the subtitle of it?
Oh, what was it?
It's called it has two different subtitles actually. One is Venom War. Bet you didn't know Eddie Brock had his dick out the entire run. And then there's another one that is called Venom War. Zatanna takes a trip to New York City.
Oh my God.
Once we get into our Venom War conversation, you will know why.
Yeah. So, you know, the funny part is when you said it, I was just sitting here like, he did do that shit.
Yeah, he did.
I was like, ain't that about a bitch? He did. He did.
He's been freeballing it for the entire run. Yeah.
Oh my God. Motherfucker just been out here, just dick all out.
Who didn't make it? He was showing he was showing his public hairs.
Just the whole time. The whole time. Like, look, it just we man. Anyway. So let's get into it. So as you saw, we're going to be talking about Venom War. That's going to be the soup du jour. But before we do, I do real quick, because we do got a couple things I want to address before we get out there. We got way off in the weeds. But LP3 shout out for that Blerd Club Gold membership. Out here, love to see it. And also, man, we got another here from Barrington Edwards out here with the 1999 super chat. Says, happy Saturday, brothers. Sorry to be out of the conversation for a grip. Just bought a house. Oh, whoa. You can't just.
In this economy? Congratulations.
You can't just say that and just roll on. But no, we're gonna drop the bomb for him. And dude, yeah, congratulations. Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude. That's a round of.
Yeah, that's why he's juggling health right now. You said he's juggling health and family stuff, because everybody's heart was hurting when he signed the dotted line to buy that house, because they know how much money just left that account. That's why the health and family problem.
Man, that hurts.
Hey, respect, Sir Barrington.
Look, dude, my
Edward, I hear you, big dog.
Dude, my wallet just was like, Yeah, get that up out your head, partner. But no, he's but hey, I hope between health and family stuff, I hope there's light at the end of the tunnel. And hey, just keep your head up. Congratulations, and dude, moving. Woo, man, look, I'm gonna be praying for you on this move because I don't never want to move again. Look, they're gonna have to bury me in this motherfucker, okay? Where I'm at, they're gonna have to bury me here. I'm sorry. But hey, we appreciate you still hanging around. We also got LP3 out here with the 10, says Happy Holidays Cave. Loving the Tom King. Oh yeah. Well, you know what? We'll probably talk about that one a little bit later.
Yeah.
Because did you read that one?
Yeah.
Black Canary, Best of the Best?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Okay. We might talk about that a little bit later in a minute. But it says, loving Tom King's Canary book so far. Who are some other fighters that can take Shiva one-on-one? Man. So, okay. When you talk about Shiva, it gets a little weird. Because there's some characters that can hang with her. Some that can hang with her but can't beat her. Like Bronze Tiger is up there with her. Bronze Tiger can roll with her. You know, and while this character's stock has not been high as of late, Prometheus can also kind of hang. He can hang with a lot of the top fighters in DC. Those are like the two that just immediately pop into my head, though. Like, you know, other than Black Canary. I would maybe even give it to, because technically Zealot is a part of the DC universe now. And a member of the Justice League. Wild. That is still wild to me. That an original Image Comics character that, technically was a part of Wildstorm, but still. Zealot. I never thought I'd ever say Zealot is a member of the Justice League, but yeah, I would give it to Zealot. I think Zealot could do it. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lanta.
What happened?
No, I saw I am Gregor D and gifted 5 tier 1 subs, and they gifted another 5 tier 1 subs over on the Twitch side. Hey, bruh, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? He is going wild.
Okay, dude.
Hey, I ain't mad at you though. I ain't mad at you. Oh yeah, you know what? Devontre just brought up something. That I didn't think about. Yeah. I would be no, she didn't beat her. Elite. No, she didn't beat her. It's just the fight is still ongoing. We just got to round 1 of the fight. But no, Cassandra's dad, yeah, I give the Cassandra's dad and Richard Dragon. That's enough. I always forget about Richard Dragon because I feel like DC forgets about him. Like, I feel like DC don't even care about that motherfucker. Which, by the way, there is a video for Justice League Unlimited coming out later today. I forgot to finish it. It'll be coming out. It'll be coming out. Don't you worry about it. Don't y'all worry your pretty little heads about it. It is forthcoming. I had to do a little bit more research because I wanted to dig into something a little bit more that I felt people weren't talking about with the book. And like I said, I like to add that value. But let's get into some Venom War.
Okie doke.
So, Carter, Venom War.
Yes.
Man, I have so many opinions. I have so many opinions.
This is gonna be good. This is gonna...
Like I just, and yeah, I'm not trying to like be ugly or nothing. Like just, but Venom War. Like I feel like personally, crossover events in the big two.
Okay.
They always have a tendency to go one of two ways. They will either start off super lit and end really fucking dumb, or they'll start dumb, somehow get really good at the end. And every once in a while, you'll get an event where it's consistently good from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
This is not one of those.
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. Wow.
This was not one of those. This was not one of those. Here's the thing. Okay. I think this was an event that honestly, I don't really like. I actually wrestled with this. That's actually why because Carter called me earlier, thinking I might have had, which has happened before, but thought maybe I might have overslept. But I'm gonna tell you what I was doing. I went back and reread all 5 issues of the core series and just kind of glossed over some of the stuff that was in between. And man, I gotta admit, it's a story that could have been great. I think it could have been great. I say this all the time. Just because someone's my favorite writer doesn't mean they can't fuck up. Al Ewing had an impossible task, and honestly, I think he gave the best he could on this, but I don't think there was any saving it. And the reason why is because Venom as a whole has been an inconsistent book. Since they relaunched Venom, and I think it was Al Ewing and Ram V who took over collectively, the book was a tale of 2 writers, but in all the wrong ways.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, look, look, I'm being fair.
Tale of 2 writers, big dog.
Look,
to the point where one of them writers packed his bag and took
left.
his ass over to DC to finish up a mediocre detective run real quick. So, yeah.
And here's the thing. I want to make it clear because I want people to understand. I read the Venom run, not in its entirety, because I honestly... Okay, here was the problem. So you had Ram V, who was writing the Dylan Brock side of things, and you had Al Ewing writing the Eddie side of things.
What is happening?
I don't like.
That's how I always describe Ram V, Dylan Brock. Yuck. Al Ewing, Eddie Brock. What is? I'm confused.
Yeah, no, that's no. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, because I'm gonna be honest with you. And I'm always honest. I don't know why I always have to say that, but I mean, I'm always being honest. But I feel like I want people to know that I tried really hard. Venom was one of those books coming. Look, okay. First off, let's just address the elephant in the room. I don't know if I have it where I can actually reach it without breaking my wrist. But the Donny Cates Venom was a masterclass in a Venom book. Anyone following Donny Cates had, honestly, probably the worst possible luck.
Hold on. You saying masterclass? Are you saying Blerd Without Fear?
Yes.
That Venom run is just the end all be all. That is the best
that's it.
Venom has ever been. Lethal Protector, all that came before. You saying Donny Cates? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. No, Donny Cates wrote the best Venom. I'm sorry. He did. I won't apologize for it. I'm sorry. I'm not. Look, y'all just gonna have to live with that shit. But like, the thing is, Al Ewing came in. Ram V came in after. Donnie. And for whatever reason, someone at editorial thought it was a wise decision to have 2 different writers writing 2 different stories for the same book. And under normal circumstances, it could have worked if they were double-sized issues. Like, they did a thing where they said, hey, look, here's how we're going to do this. We're going to do double-sized issues, split the story evenly, so that way we're not spending several issues with Dylan, and then several issues with Eddie, and then several issues with Venom, and then several issues with Eddie, because I'm going to tell you what happened most of the time. Whenever we were focused on Dylan Brock, third generation did not give a fuck. Every single issue with Dylan Brock, every time I got to the end of the issue, I was just like,
reviewers are calling it everything from shit to fucking shit.
that was me every single time I got to the end of a Dylan Brock focused issue.
No, sir, I don't like it.
That was me every time. And then you know what really broke my heart, Carter, is that whenever I wanted to read an Al Ewing issue, every time by the time, actually, hell, not even at the end of the issue, it was beginning and during the issue, I was always like,
I have seen everything that has ever happened, ever will happen, ever could happen, and yet, what the hell is this?
that was me every single time. And heaven forbid that we get through some Dylan Brock issues and had to come back to the Eddie stuff. Whenever I wanted to try to read an issue, I would my mind would just be like, hold on a minute, player. Because I couldn't remember what the fuck happened to Eddie. So I would have to go back and then skim the issues that Eddie was in just to remember what the fuck was going on. So then by the time we got to the end of Dark Web, and I think that might have been around the time I think Ram V pieced out. I could be misremembering the whole scenario. However, I felt the series started to get better once there was just one writer. And I want to be very clear on something here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't dislike Ram V as a writer, so I don't want anyone running back like, ooh, Ram V, dude, Blerd Without Fear is cooking your shit. And it's like, I mean, you can tell him I'm cooking his shit, but you just let it be clear I'm not cooking his shit because I don't like him as a writer. It has it quite literally has nothing to do with him as a writer. It actually has so much more to do with the fact that I don't understand what the what the fuck is going on. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, whenever okay, so I know a lot of people are probably more familiar with Ram V because of his Marvel DC shit. That shit's cool too. But just to kind of be fair here, I really liked Ram V's Dawn Runner. I don't know if any of y'all were even reading his Dawn Runner, but Dawn Runner is fantastic. His Venom,
I was so politely disrespectful. I know y'all like that Marvel DC shit, but this over here, dog.
yeah, I'm just.
Okay, that's you saying it.
That's me saying.
What I'm saying is,
yeah.
I personally feel like it is a problem. Now, this is me. It's nothing to do with Ram V as a person, but it's everything to do with him as a writer in this instance, because the way this story was structured was not it.
No, it was not.
I can't speak for the detective run. I'm just going off of the several people I have heard talk about his detective run, where they say the best damn thing in that detective run is the covers. So I can't speak on that. I can't speak on that. But
is he wait? Is he still writing? He's not still writing. No, he's not still writing detective. It's Tom Taylor now. That's right.
Michael Janine.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I was like, shit, because it's been a while since I did the video for Detective Comics. I was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, shit, I could have sworn I read it with somebody else, not Ram V. So yeah, okay, it all makes sense now. It all makes sense to me now.
I ain't gonna hold you, dog. I did read I read the last 5 of his detective. And then I've read the 2 that Tom Taylor has done. Them 2 issues were kind of cold, dog.
Oh no, the detective? Oh no, detective is heat right now.
This is I've never read a story like this before, but
yeah, no, detective is heat.
Going back to your point of Dawn Runner and things like that, Continue, my brother. I don't want us to get off.
No. That was it. I was just gonna say, I just want people to understand that, like, I'm not just shitting on him and trying to make it seem like he can't write. He can write. He can write a damn good story because Dawn Runner is fire. If you're not reading Dawn Runner, let me go ahead and tell you right now, you might want to go hook that up. And by the way, I'm almost positive. I'm almost positive. I'm actually going to double check myself before I speak out of turn. But I will say that if, for whatever reason, if you're a person that likes mechs,
Yeah.
or if you're a fan of oh my god, like Gundam type stuff, or like even just anime manga type of stories. Like, it's not an anime, or it's not like manga styled, not from an artistic perspective, but I mean, I'm just saying, just in just in general, if you are the type of person who, when you see mechs and like Evangelion type shit and you get excited, let me go ahead and put you on game. Go read Dawn Runner. It is not, I repeat, it is not on the Global Comics app yet.
Okay.
But once that motherfucker is, scan that motherfucking QR code right there and go straight to your app store of choice on your phone, whether it's iOS or Android. Download the app, use the promo code GCX Blerd Without Fear in the app. You will get 33% off your first 1 year subscription. If for whatever reason you are on the Twitch side of things, so I don't have it pinned over on the Twitch side, but guess what? I actually have a little handy dandy little something for y'all. If you type in the exclamation mark GCX code, it will pull up the well, for one, it would, if for whatever reason it's not working at the moment, but yeah, hey, well, or maybe it's just being slow, who knows. Point is yeah, for whatever reason, it's not working right now. That makes me sad. Anyway, if I'll share the link in there for y'all. But yeah, for whatever reason, it's not working. I'll have to log in, see what's going on over here. But basically, the long and short of it is, if you use the link will actually take you straight to the desktop site. And you will be able to, like, it'll actually already have your, oh God, what the words am I looking for? It'll have, like, the setup and everything. It'll already have the 33% taken into account, all that good shit. Okay. But yeah, so go do that at your earliest convenience. And on the YouTube side of things, it is in the, there's a link in the description of this video, so go do that. Okay, now that is out of the way, actually, you know what, I want to see something real quick. Hold on, wait. No, I'm not gonna let y'all get off that light. So here's the thing: you want to read some good Ram V? You can read Aquaman Andromeda.
Yes,
on the Global Comics app. You can read his Swamp Thing on the Global Comics app. You can also read.
God, he did Swamp Thing for
a little bit. He did Swamp Thing.
But yeah,
you can read. Yeah, you can read Aphrodite 5, which is also a pretty good series that he did. He did some writing for.
Is it about anything in space?
Aphrodite 5?
Yeah. Only reason I'm asking is when you said it, first thing that popped in my head was Babylon 5.
Oh, Babylon 5? No, it's not like that. No. Oh, and the Many Deaths of Layla Starr. I think. Yeah, you read all those. And I think you'll find something infinitely more entertaining than that. Also, let me get this link right quick, just because we're gonna do the thing right here. So bam, Let's put this in here. That's the link for everybody on the Twitch side.
That's a hot take.
What was up?
Al Ewing has been phoning it in on Immortal Thor. That's a hot take.
I mean, I've enjoyed it. I don't think he's phoning anything in.
That's
but
the first time I've ever heard that.
yeah. I think, you know what it is? Okay, so it's kind of funny. I think I know what it is. There are a lot of people that didn't like when he shifted this. It didn't really shift the story because where it was always going. When they started doing the Roxxon stuff, and they did like the Thor of Roxxon or whatever. There were a lot of people who didn't get it. There were a lot of people who didn't get it. They didn't understand it, and it was very meta. And Al Ewing was speaking from a place of experience. He didn't, and honestly, a lot of the stuff that he made fun of in that book about the comics industry is shit that's still happening right now, and had happened almost immediately after the issue came out. But for whatever reason, people couldn't get jiggy with it. So I don't know. That's I can't help anyone with that. The only reason I stopped covering the Immortal Thor comics is because nobody was watching the videos. So it was a waste of my time. It was one of those things where I was like, I was having fun, but there's a point when even if I'm having fun, it's just not fun. It's not fun to pour your heart and soul into something and then see nobody appreciate it. So it's just like, it makes you look at it and go, huh. But that said,
one thing when it comes to this Ram V and Al Ewing Venom run, I'll tell you what I was thinking, because you just kind of put it in my head just now with having two people on this book. I feel like Marvel was trying to do what they have seen from other creators, because the first thing that popped into my head with the way you said it was Colin Kelly and Jackson Lanzig. They were trying to do that.
Yeah.
With the book. And I think the issue that they ran into with that was Colin Kelly and Jackson Lanzig, they were telling the same story.
And they're working together.
And they're working, and they're
actively working together.
Yeah, and I think they kept trying to do that themselves, but this was not peanut butter.
This was not it. No. Well, because look, I'm gonna keep it a buck right here. So I just want to. I should have done my homework ahead of time on this, but let's just go ahead and say it like this: first issue of Venom was Al Ewing and Ram V. Second issue was Ram V. Third issue was Ram V, because it was all Dylan related stuff. Fourth issue was Ram V. Now here's the thing. 3 issues of Ram V writing a story I don't give two shits about hurt the momentum this book had for me. So by the time you get to issue 5 and Al is writing it, I don't really care. Because I don't know what's going on, because his story is so disjointed from what's going on with Dylan. And then by issue 6 is just Ram V. And then issue 7 is just Ram V. And then issue 8 is Al Ewing. And then issue 9 is Al Ewing. And that's why I think there was a time, some of y'all might even remember this, where I actually kind of stopped covering Venom. And then I came back to it in a weird spot, roughly around the 8, 9, 10, 11 spot. Because 8, 9, and 10 were Al Ewing. But then we got to Venom 11. It was back to Ram V again.
You remember when we were hyped for this fucking book, dog?
Man, I remember. Man, I remember.
You know what? See, I don't want this to come off a certain way.
Yeah.
But I remember the main reason that you and I were really hype about this book was because all we originally saw was Al Ewing on Venom, Al Ewing on this was back. Oh, you know what it was? This was back when they switched. This is when Donnie Cates was doing Hulk, and we were going to see Al Ewing on Venom. So we were stupid hype for this fucking book. Did not know about the Ram V of it all.
Right. No, we did not.
So, and I don't want this to sound like I'm just going in on on Ram V saying he was the problem because it was quite the opposite. It was
No.
both of them. Even
Yeah.
the stuff with Al Ewing when he had his issues. It wasn't what you were used to.
Well, let's call a spade a spade. I want to call a spade a spade here because, look, I don't want to dance around this shit. I'm going to tell you what the real problem was with Al Ewing's side of it.
Speak on it.
I can tell you precisely who is to blame for all this shit. It's that nigga right there.
What you audiophiles don't see is he just pulled up a picture of fucking Meridius.
Yeah. Meridius. the Eddie Brock who will be.
Yeah.
It's so basically what they did is they did this whole thing where we had all right, look, I gotta call a spade here too. Look, I'm not gonna let the creative team get away with this travesty right here of a Venom costume.
I was reading Space Knight. That ain't the worst I've seen on the screen right now.
Well, no, no. You're correct. You know what? But here's the thing, though. They didn't have to compound the crime.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have to compound the crime by leaning into it. And I mean, I'm sorry, man. Venom holding lightsabers and all this other shit, and then they did the whole thing where there were multiple different versions of Eddie Brock. There were all that all had symbiotes, and I was just like, bruh, what are we doing?
See,
what are we doing?
You brought up Donny Cates, and something I just thought of when you pulled up this panel. Oh God.
Yeah, go ahead, go off, King. Here, wait. There you go off.
So the reason that another reason that the Donny Cates Venom run worked so well is because he had an artist in Ryan Stegman to where when you saw shots in that comic, it fit the part just like the story did.
Yes.
And I feel like that was an issue with this book is where you had the story and the writing where you were already kind of confused, already kind of this isn't hitting like I thought it was going to be. And then the art with it was very inconsistent as well. So you really don't have anything to stand on to keep you wanting to read each issue.
Can we also address the elephant in the room?
What's that?
I'm just gonna leave that right there so you can
see, you the one that says you want to chill and not do it as much. All I'm gonna say for all you audiophiles, because you don't know what he just pulled up. He just pulled up the creative team of some of these issues. All I'm gonna say, the Ginyu Force has struck again. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
And look, here's the thing. I'm not saying. Look, let me be clear on something. I'm not saying Brian Hitch is a bad artist. I'm just saying that this run, with the writing being inconsistent and the art being inconsistent, it was a recipe for disaster. It was a recipe for the Ginyu Force to reign supreme. It's just, look. And also, I will also say, and you know what? I don't disagree here. Controversial yet brave opinion, not everybody is meant to be a cosmic / multiversal / whatever entity / threat. No, you are correct. If you have a story to tell and you can tell it well, I think it can work out. This was not it. Like what should have, if this was Midnight in a Perfect World, for me, what would have happened after Donny Cates left the series is that Dylan just would have been Venom. Period. End of story. Eddie, go sit his ass down somewhere. Go sit in that goddamn chair and chill and just try to control the symbiotes from afar. I don't need any more Eddie Brock story. But I feel like for whatever reason, I feel like, and Al was the one who primarily wrote the Eddie stuff, so I'm guessing this was his idea. Al wanted to keep Eddie in the mix, and I think that was a poor decision. I think what should have happened is that only one person should have been writing this book. And because of the nature of what Ram V provided, I honestly don't even think it should have been Ram V. But if it had to be, I feel like maybe the story would have been more consistent if it was just Ram V writing the book or just Al Ewing writing the book. When you have a creative team where it's two different writers who, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know their history. I don't remember seeing Al Ewing's name next to Ram V's very often.
No, you can count on one hand how many times that was the case.
Yeah. So so there's guys like Tim Seeley and Tony Fleeks who they know each other. They've worked together before. So when they wrote Local Man, it was two minds, but it was two minds working. Yeah, it was actual symbiosis. This was not symbiosis. What was that motherfucker's name? The motherfucker that was web swinging and the shit left him halfway through. I always forget his name because I kept always accidentally calling him Lee Price, but that's not his name. But point of the matter is, it was Angelo something or other. I don't remember.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, the motherfucker, he was web swinging and the shit just like left his body as he was that shit.
About that.
That's what this was. Angelo Fortunato, thank you. So yeah, that's what this run was to me. This was not perfect symbiosis. Tony Fleeks and Tim Seeley, symbiosis. Colin Kelly and Jackson Lanzing, symbiosis. This was not it. And it's very telling. It's very telling that when Ram V left, the story made a little more sense because we had more time to spend on it. But then I feel like Al Ewing only had half a story because he was only writing half of the story. So then he had to fill in gaps. I'm not saying he didn't have anything to say, but everything felt unnatural, like the book was just doing shit. And once again, every time that I picked up an issue, I just felt like I don't know, it felt rudderless. It felt rudderless is what it felt like. And by the time you get to Venom War, I honestly didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was just like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what's happening. None of this makes any fucking sense.
You just said a whole lot. Because I enjoyed Venom War up until this last
issue
and some of the choices that they made. But I think
same.
I think the reason I enjoyed Venom War was because I had to stop reading Venom. And this was such a concise and very simple and straightforward book that I didn't want to go back and read because I remember the question mark that used to be over my head, like I'm one of them people in Metal Gear Solid. Every time I read,
every time you read that issue, you was like, oh shit, like ain't this about a bitch?
So,
oh my god. I'm in the same boat as you.
Okay.
I enjoyed this until it got to the end. When it got to the end, I didn't care for it very much. Here's what I'll tell you. Let's talk about the Venom War of it all. So I thought this event kicked off pretty damn interesting because of the framing of it. We kicked off this book with Eddie Brock. Like it was almost like it was literally at a wrestling match.
He cut a promo.
he cut a promo on the Marvel Universe and dared motherfuckers to come and run his fade.
With his dick out.
With his dick out.
He's still naked throughout this entire story.
Danger.
We can't forget about that part.
Can't forget it. Also, I love how this man literally is sitting in the middle of the ring, like he got the symbiote line. Like he the Clintar chief, and this motherfucker is sitting here in the middle of the ring. They didn't cut the lights off. And all of a sudden, Aleister Black in the House of Black just standing in the middle of the ring or sitting in the middle of the ring with legs crossed and he cutting a promo. Free balling, all the while doing Black Mask while free balling.
Oh, God. I'm going to tell you what just popped into my head just now, dog. Two things. One, imagine Evolution coming out to the ring, Ric Flair butt-ass naked, Batista, Triple H, and Randy Orton just standing there.
Right?
They just got to stand right behind him while he cutting the promo. Woo! That's the first thing. Second thing that popped into my head. Eddie, you know what? I'm going to use the government. Edward Brock.
Oh, man.
The fact that you took the time,
man,
to put the spider on your chest, but not draws, is a violation. That's a violation, dog.
That babe said, I ain't got time for draws.
That's a violation.
But, so, okay, this is where things got a little... Now, okay, I did have to go back and actually read some shit, because apparently there's a character that pulls up somewhere towards the end of, or the latter part of the Venom run, and it is a future version of Dylan Brock showing up looking like Cable.
Yeah, old man Venom. I was just, that's why
I was like, okay, all right.
Okay.
I was like, all right, Al, not every idea you got to put on paper. We didn't have to do this. But quite honestly, this actually feels like a leftover from Ram V, maybe possibly. But basically, Dylan Brock comes from the future to help his younger self stop Eddie, because the way they believe, basically, Eddie and Dylan believe two completely different stories.
Yeah.
Basically what's going on is that Dylan is of the belief that if Eddie gets a symbiote, the world is basically gonna turn, like the universe is gonna turn to shit. Eddie is gonna lose his goddamn mind and become the King in Black proper and will literally just be a second coming of Null. That's what he believes. But on the other side of things, Eddie is of the belief that if Dylan gets the symbiote, pretty much Dylan, that shit that that Blade tried to pull, what was that shit? Blood Hunt.
Somebody asked you which was better, Venom War or Blood Hunt. Which did you like more? Somebody asked that in the chat.
Oh, for real? Oh, damn.
Yeah, somebody did ask which one you like more.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. They about tit for tat at this point. They for real about tit for tat. I'm not gonna hold you. They both left me feeling incredibly cold.
Yeah.
By the time you get to the end of it. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. I have so many feelings. I have so many feelings about this story and what it was, what it could have been, what should have happened, what could have happened even. And then you had to bring, okay, this is where I think things got kind of super dumb for me personally. And Carter,
I know where you're going.
Wait, you think so? You think you know?
I think I know you about to go.
Okay, all right. So look, I'm about to. So look, there's a thing that happens in this book. I think it's in issue 3 You know, because I was telling y'all what was going on. That there's a the Eddie and Dylan are working off of misinformation. So what happens ultimately? Dr. Doom just slide to the ring with the interference for no good goddamn reason. For no good. I mean, there is a reason, but like the reason is, I don't know. I feel like this shit turned into a WWE match for real, where everybody was just interfering. Dr. Doom just slid in the ring and took over Flexo or whatever the fuck his name is, and you got Kang the Conqueror. Then like that's literally, look, I just want to run it back. So basically, this shit was like, oh my God, wait a minute, business about to pick up. Dr. Doom, he just floated down into the arena. Oh my God, he's swinging chairs. He's swinging chairs at everybody. Oh my God, wait a minute. What? Oh no. Wait a minute.
Yep.
Wait, what's going on here? Is that the Undertaker? The Undertaker just slid to the goddamn ring. Oh my God, business is about to pick up. Oh my God, the American Badass, he's power bombing everybody. Oh my God, what is going on here? This is a total debacle. That's basically what this was.
That's why I
enjoyed
it. Because it literally felt like the end of a Raw or the end of a SmackDown where everybody just run in and start doing finishes on each other. Everybody just screaming. That's what this felt like.
They did that shit and then left Eddie laid out in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
Left Eddie splayed out in the middle of the ring. And then it all basically what it breaks down to is Spider-Man comes in because he's got the symbiote.
Fresh ass suit. I like that suit.
That actually, look, I'm not gonna hold you. That looked better. That looks better than the Dylan suit. Like, definitely. I liked Venom with the chains. I thought that was cool.
Spidey suit.
But the Spidey suit with the chains, that shit need to be the regular suit. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. That shit need to be the suit.
I need to see this skin in the next game. Like, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, no. This gotta be Spider-Man 3. Oh, no, pimp. This it.
And we got to give a shout out to Gil Smo with the hunted bomb, saying it was a slobber knocker.
Bruh, look, hey.
It was.
You ain't lied. Dude, I was like, by God.
Right before the news came on, like eight heavyweight big time stars came out, did a finish on each other. The Rock was the last man standing, and then we gonna cut right to the news. That's what.
Right.
Look,
you gonna see that little WWE copyright logo at the bottom of the screen come up. But I mean, it wasn't bad. I'm not saying that it was bad. I'm just saying that like it would have been better if it didn't all call back to some shit that happened in the middle of a Venom run that I stopped reading.
Yep.
A Venom run that was already confusing as fuck. Because the first time I was like, because when it's telegraphed pretty early, because Wild Child keeps saying over and over again, or Goblin Child, keeps saying over and over again. I don't know why I'm thinking about an Alpha Flight character. Goblin Child keeps saying over and over again. He keeps saying Kang. Like, and dragging it out. And I was like, he keeps saying over and over again. And I'm like, and at that point, so, okay, when the Doctor Doom shit came to play, I was not reading Venom. When the Kang stuff came to play, well, technically, the early on shit I was reading, but the second time Kang showed back up, I was not reading. So I was basically like, oh my God. I said, they drug Kang back into this shit. Oh my God. I was like, this is not a bitch. Apparently, Dr. Doom is involved because, of course, he's involved because Kang's involved. So, of course, Dr. Doom is going to get involved. He's involved in every fucking thing right now. I was like, oh, my God. They're about to one world under Doom this bullshit. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And then after that, I kind of got over it. I did accept it. Also, Wait a minute. I can answer this question because Devontre actually hit us with something that was very, very, very important here. I want to make sure I don't lose it in that. And here, let's pull this over the top. Can I pull that over the top? I don't know if I can pull it over the top. Yeah, there we go. All right, there we go. We got it. We got it, y'all. But Devontre said with the 35 months in the Blerd Club Diamond Mine, god damn, says, how did the human symbiote sell so hard he lost the King in Black title for everyone? Because Daddy said sell.
Yep.
Daddy said sell, so he sold. He sold in the middle of the ring. He said, I'm going to sell outside the ring. He said, I'm going to sell off the top turnbuckle. I'm going to sell at the top of the entrance stage. I'm going to sell on the English announce table. I'm going to sell on the Spanish announce table. I'm going to sell on the Ho Chi Minh Chow announce table. That's a throwback for some of y'all might remember that old Attitude Era rock. But at the end of it all, what ultimately happens is that in this moment, Peter basically says, all right, look, neither one of y'all are supposed to have the costume, and fuck it. If neither one of you are supposed to have it, then maybe both of y'all should have it. And that's how we wind up with Venom symbiote getting split between two people. And ultimately, we get Eddie and Dylan as Venom simultaneously. And it's cool. Like all of this, like everything we're talking about right now. I'm like, all right, bet. All right, let's go. I'm in. Now, this is issue 3. I want to make sure people understand what I'm saying. This is issue 3. Okay, so I am still invested. Now, when you get to issue 4, and I actually thought this shit was funny because I was like, okay, yeah, this is the type of shit I love seeing because it was like, okay, 15 too many motherfuckers and slid in the ring and put their nose in business that ain't got shit to do with them. And now the heel and the baby face done turned on everybody and whipping ass, bedlam, catching it. They said, all right, look, we sitting here trying to have an Iron Man match and you done poked your nose in this shit too many times, Bedlam. So now you got to catch it.
The Rock and Triple H fighting. And then Crash Holly just felt like coming in the ring for no goddamn reason. Now Stone Cold Triple H just gonna whoop on Crash Holly out of nowhere.
They said they said your ass got to catch it.
Why are you in here, bruh?
Like what the fuck is you doing? Like they're like, bruh, who is you? Like that's literally what they said. They said, who is this Rudy Poo? But at the end of even that, it's like, okay, yeah, bet. I'm still with it. Now I'm gonna tell you where I started getting signs of shit getting dumb.
Let me
tell you where I saw it. It's so okay. There was this thing that happened called symbiotes.
Okay, this is what I've been waiting on.
Now, these motherfuckers had a series unto themselves, to my understanding. Yep. I didn't fucking read it because I was like, I just can't get jiggy with it. I'm sorry, I can't.
So I did.
You did? Okay.
I did, and this is probably gonna trip you out even more. It's probably gonna make you laugh. But if you were reading the main Venom series, and they would always bring up when Meridius was always brought up, the one thing that he could not stand was looking like Eddie Brock. Because he is Meridius. So what do we get when it comes to the symbiotes? Meridius looking like Eddie Brock. The suit and tie. And we find out all the time shenanigans. Everything that's happening in these later issues that you had already read in the previous issues, and it was trying to make you all like time is going around. Even though you just bought the shit you reading that you just spent $4.99 for in issue 5 is happening again from a different angle in issue 10, and you just like, bro, you just bought the same issue twice. They got your ass. But Meridius' whole scheme, King in Black, Eddie Brock just being the big giant hand, all of that was leading to zombies. Symbiote flavored zombies. That's all this was.
Nasty.
At the end of the day, that's all Meridius's plotting and scheming was. At the end of the day, fuck all that Kang stuff Ernie just told you about. Fuck all that Dr. Doom stuff. Dylan doing like the Blue Ranger from Power Ranger Turbo, being a little kid 1 minute. Now he like 6'5" with long ass hair out of nowhere. Zombies.
Like
zombies.
Quite literally zombies. Like this motherfucker literally had zombies all up behind. And here's the thing: symbiotes that when they latched onto or bit a dead person would reanimate the motherfuckers, and anyone who was alive got turned into a basically a venom.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, like it was also that same thing where it was basically Marvel zombies, but with symbiotes. Like it was Marvel zombiotes is what it might as well have been, because they had the powers and abilities. Which this one was some nasty work right here. I'm gonna tell you right now, they did some nasty work with this one. I'm still kind of mad that they did this bullshit.
What you talking about?
This shit right here with what was it Willie Lumpkin, whatever the fuck his name is, the mailman, the mailman. His special ability was wiggling his ears real fast. God. Look at that shit, wiggle. Get that shit out of here. Get this shit out of my face. I was
zombies. Like, yo. And see, and what was crazy was, we did all this with Meridius, and first he was trying to befriend Eddie because he was the king in black. You're just going to be me in the future. It seemed like his end game was going to be some kind of a spectacle.
Yes.
And we got zombies from one of people's most hated bearers of the Venom symbiote. We're talking about Lee Price. Lee Price, y'all.
Yeah, Lee Price.
We're bringing Lee Price back again.
Nasty work.
To be good and dead. Good and dead.
Dude, Lee Price. Wait, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought so I remember, didn't they do something with Lee Price back in like the Absolute Carnage arc?
Yes.
Yeah. Was that not what he caught it from Carnage?
Yes. He was one of the first ones to catch it. He was one of the first ones to get that codex ripped out of his spine. That's why I'm like, why are we going back to the Lee Price well again?
Don't nobody care about no Lee. And look, I'm not gonna lie. I saw some motherfuckers trying to put the cape on for Lee Price. Stop.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I saw some. Look. Let me tell you right now.
Stop it. Get some help.
Ain't nobody checking for Lee Price.
I don't even think, even though his whole thing was supposed to be that he was like an Iraqi vet, I don't even think vets are caping for Lee Price.
Right? I was like, dude, stop.
What?
Lee Price is slow. Dude, let me tell you something right now. Motherfucker sat, I'm gonna tell myself a little bit. So remember when I struggled to remember who was the name of the motherfucker who was swinging and fell?
Yeah.
Because the suit left him. I was hanging out with my boy Captain Diesel on Captain Diesel's dojo. Y'all go check my boy out. And we were talking about it, and I brought it up because I was talking about how slow Lee Price was. I had Lee Price so embedded in my mind and just how slow he was that I just associated him with that symbiote leaving him and falling. That's how slow Lee Price was, is that I mixed him up with fucking Angelo.
So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to make you feel better, big dog.
Yeah.
Lee Price was even worse because when he had the symbiote at some point thought that it saw like Flash Thompson somewhere and immediately yeeted itself off of Lee Price to try to run back to Flash, and Lee Price forced it back on him.
So wait a minute. So I wasn't too far off. That might have been what I mixed. I don't know. But here's the thing though. Lee Price is some straight up smooth brain. I can't get with it. And these motherfuckers got mad that I said what I said about Lee Price. Motherfuckers was cooking my shit in that dude's comments. I thought it was hilarious. But I was like, ain't none of y'all for real about liking Lee Price. Y'all lying. Y'all just don't like me. Just say it. Just say y'all don't like me.
There were so many people that were pissed that Lee Price was taking the mantle away from Flash. And then I remember that there were so many people that were pissed that the mantle was leaving Lee to go back to Eddie for Donny Cates' run, not because they liked Lee Price. They wanted that shit to stay with Flash and was tired of Eddie Brock.
But then Donnie came in and made y'all motherfuckers realize y'all like Eddie again.
Yes.
Look, I'm sorry. Y'all ain't nobody. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you know how there's shit people can say that can let you know that they are undercover cop? That's it.
Yes.
Like, if you come to me, if we in a comic book shop chilling and you see me reading Venom, like, oh man, what you reading there? And I'm like, oh man, I'm just reading Venom. Oh man, that's pretty cool. Who's your favorite Venom? Oh, man, you know me, man. I love me. I'm always with the originals, Eddie Brock. Who's your favorite? Oh man, I'm a Lee Price guy myself. I'm gonna immediately close the book and walk out. I'm gonna be like, nope, this is a cop. It's a cop, y'all. He a cop. It's a fan. It's a fan in the building. Look. Look. As soon as he say, yeah, man, I'm a Lee Price guy, I'm gonna be like,
ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him. We found him. We found him. He'd have been caught. He'd have been caught.
He's the man. He's white police.
Look, we're gonna find that man's name is Officer White. That's what we're gonna find out. But no, all
right.
Look. Anyway, the symbiote. So, okay, and also I don't want to forget this part.
Okay.
We can't forget about the carnage of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Can't forget about the carnage of it all because Carnage is also involved in the proceedings. Though this is not Cletus Cassidy. This is just the Carnage symbiote. And this... Wait, what's up?
I don't think that had happened yet. I don't think.
What do you mean?
I thought he was still... It was still Cletus in there. I thought he had remade Cletus.
No. So what he did earlier in the previous issue.
Yeah.
In the previous issue where all this stuff was like popping off.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna pull this up just to show you because like Meridius actually calls it out. But yeah, basically, he shows up looking like Cletus. But it's not actually him. It's actually, it's actually old boy. It's yeah. So yeah, he is riding solo dolo.
Okay.
But this is also after all the Carnage solo series shit. So he has his ultimate weapon. He has all red, the Necro Spear. And yeah, basically he's trying to get Meridius to, yeah. That's what Deck It Out just said. Basically, they were separated. Carnage made a second Cletus, then merged two Cletuses, and then re-separated.
And all of that Cletus, all that Carnage shit was just, that's kind of fucked up because all that Carnage stuff was leading to Venom War, but not the main series, mind you. All that Carnage shit was leading to a goddamn tie-in book. That is disgusting.
That's disgusting. It's disgusting. Well, okay. So here's the thing. As also somebody say he looks like Onslaught. Well, here's the thing. So during, I think it was that Alex Packnadell? I think it was Alex Packnadell that was doing no, I might be misremembering. The first Carnage series they did where he was like hanging out with the cop and the serial killer and all that shit. I'm trying to remember who did that. Who was here? I'm talking about this series. Oh, this was Ram V. It was Ram V. So there you go. But yeah, this series, this is the one where Carnage was separated. Here's like, I actually like this book, but goddamn.
Boy.
But no, during this series, the whole point of it was that Carnage was traveling all over the Asgard and a bunch of other random ass fucking places, and he was trying to get a weapon made, and basically that's kind of where all of that comes from, more or less. That's why he's got the different look and all that other shit. And anyway, point of the matter is that Carnage is involved, so you know it's about to get silly. You know it's going to get silly. And ultimately what happens is that while, yes, the symbiotes are attacking, and Dylan has the bright idea, well, Eddie, you are the King in Black. These symbiotes are derived from the King in Black, from Meridius. You should be able to control them. And basically what he does is he channels the anti-Venom symbiote off of Flash Thompson, which, by the way, I want to just say, it's kind of some nasty work, because I was like, man, look, I like Agent Anti-Venom. But and this is the thing I think gets lost in translation a lot of the time. A lot of people forget Flash had been dead.
Yes, he was.
And the Donny Cates run literally set up his return. He came back via the events of the Venom run and King in Black. And to my understanding, the way I understood it, he didn't come back fully like resurrected. It was like the codex that had his memory in it, and basically his essence came back as Agent Anti-Venom. So in this moment, as Eddie is taking the Agent Anti-Venom symbiote from Flash Thompson and kind of reverting back to the OG Anti-Venom.
Anti-Venom, yeah.
This effectively resurrected Flash Thompson fully. So he's actually back. That's why he's at the Bobby saying, I'm alive. Like, because that was kind of the whole thing, is that, like, the fear was that he couldn't come back.
Isn't that kind of fucked up, though? Like, he died.
Couldn't give his legs back.
No, that's so green. I wonder if he thinks, like, bruh, I was a dragon at one point, and then got turned back into Agent Venom, the White Edition, only to be made human again. But so Eddie just couldn't give me some legs? That's
look, he couldn't make no draws, and he couldn't make no legs. He can make that spider on his chest, though. He make that spider on his chest good in the motherfucker, but he can't make no draws. He can't make no legs. That man say, yeah, you literally gonna sit here with no, I'm gonna leave you with them nubs. I ain't gonna give you no legs. He said, but hey, you back.
Yeah, you are 100% human. Yeah.
But because of the fact that Meridius realizing that he is lost, the whole time Carnage has been trying to get him to use all red. And because Meridius realizes he's losing, he just immediately says, fine, fuck it. I'll pick up the spear. But because he picked up the spear, it's back channeling Carnage into Eddie proper. So that means Eddie starts, because at the time when he's doing all of the anti-venom stuff, the anti-venom classic, he's curing all the symbiotes that are alive. He's actually pushing the symbiotes up off of them and basically saving the world. But because he's got Carnage up in him now.
That sounds so bad.
He got Carnage up in him now. Now the motherfucker is... Here we go. Now the motherfucker is spreading Carnage. So now we got Carnage symbiotes. So now you saw where I was saying, like, it started off good, but it's now starting to get real dumb. And it gets to a point where Dylan has to make a choice. He has to make a choice. And the choice, ultimately, well, the only way I can fix this is if I kill my dad. So he shanks Eddie through the back. Hit that man with the Judas effect from behind. And now, we got a dead Eddie.
A daddy.
Daddy. Yeah, actually, man, that sounds.
You just said Carnage was spreading him. Yours was way worse than mine. Yours was way more crazy than mine. You just said he had some carnage up in him.
You know what? Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna let that slide because we can't leave out the Venom horse. So there you go.
When I tell you, I didn't read not nan back issue of that damn horse. Cause good and goddamn well, y'all only put it in there for the Tom Hardy of it all. When I tell you,
yes,
when it got to that horse, I put that book right back on the shelf and continued walking around that comic shop. No, sir. No, thank you, sir.
Hard pass.
Yes,
Hard pass. So, and then, okay, so that brings us to the current issue, Venom 5. The Venom War is officially over. We're done.
Zatanna's appearance.
Man, right here.
But not appearance.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say real quick. This is some nasty work right here. They got Eddie sitting here, got a big ass hole in his chest. Man, why does this look like that shit from the web? They got the web looking like that shit from that fucking Savage Dragon shit. So man got sploogey web all around him.
Danger, danger, danger.
And
Even worse with it. You might want to hit that danger button again real quick.
Go ahead.
Danger, what we have right here is when you're uprooting yourself from your significant other, but don't think to do it off the bed. Now your sheets is just that boy said jizbuilt. Black Phoenix, I'm gonna need you to leave immediately. Okay?
The jizbiote, Lord. Wait a minute. Not the jizbiote.
I did not need you to put it on the screen. Jesus Christ.
It's like all I have left is the jizbiote.
Always remember, people, get up to the side. Scoot over if you got to. You don't just uproot yourself right in the middle of the bed. You move to the side.
Yes.
Nobody wants dirty sheets because that shit is hard to clean out. True story.
Yes,
but
it is. Yes.
Back to the point at hand. So basically what Carter was alluding to earlier,
we were just talking about the Marvel amalgam crossover that no one thought was coming. Suddenly, Dylan Brunt has been revealed to secretly been Zatanna the whole time. Again, Rack.
I'm gonna put it down right there.
It's again Rack.
You ain't slick. He read that Zatanna Paul Dini omnibus and said, "Ooh, I got an idea." I told you. I told you Zatanna was coming in this book. I told you. Zatanna made a trip to New York City. I told you.
Yeah, she was like, "Hey, look, look. I'm not gonna lie. This right here, when this happened, I'm gonna tell y'all how checked out I was reading this issue. When I saw him say, 'Here it comes, kid.'" First off, words no one should ever say when getting ready to blow somebody's back out.
Danger, danger, danger.
Anyway, when he says that, and then suddenly he done shot Dylan in the back with a magic bullet. And all of a sudden, Dylan is wreathed in gold symbiote. Gold symbiote juices. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I saw this, I almost like when I flipped the page. When I flipped this page, oh my God. and I saw this shit, I close it up. I close it up. I said, man, all right, well, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you where my head went. I'm just, just to give you guys an idea of why I felt the way I felt.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw this shit,
and just for the audio files, he's talking about you see a golden Venom.
Yeah, it's a golden Venom with chains.
Yes, with
chains in mind, and I didn't know what to make of that, because I'm gonna tell you what I immediately thought of. I was like, so all that, like, this was initially where my head went. I was like, so basically what y'all telling me is all that bullshit y'all drummed up about a fucking gold Venom, having this thing, oh man, it could potentially be Madam Mask or Joe Robertson or Luke Cage or Rick Jones. It could be anybody. It could be anybody, Carter. Just to turn around and be like, yeah, we giving it to Dylan. I almost lost my shit. However, that is not the case. It's not the case. This is not that. This was like kind of just like a tease. This was Al Ewing fucking with folks. Let's just put it like that.
Yeah.
This was Al Ewing fucking with the audience, is basically what it was.
Mustard Venom sounds disgusting.
You know what? I can't, I for one cannot. Okay, anyway. Blingham? Blenheim?
Oh, God.
Blingham! But no, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna lie, that's part of the book checked me all the way the fuck out. I'm not gonna hold you.
I think it was the next page where I almost put it back on the shelf, where they describe what Eggenrack is.
Oh, got you. Actually,
you know what? I did like this page. I really did like this page.
Yeah, this page was good. This page was actually good.
Yeah, what you audiophiles don't see that Ernie has on the screen right now, which is why I say it every week. It's why y'all asses need to come to YouTube and watch us live. The Eggenrack-fueled Dylan Brock punches the symbiote out of Meridius's face.
Yes.
And the first thing that popped into my head was when Gohan punched 18 out of Cell. That was the
Brian
first
just like
thing that popped into my head.
But I mean, you look at this shit, it's like this motherfucker literally, he beating the symbiote off this dude. And then like, look, the motherfucker's still kind of like, man, look. He had to do that Marvel vs. Capcom shit. He had to slide, the Venom symbiote had to slide himself back to standing up. But the thing is, for me, it just gets weirder. Because this whole time, we've got a golden Venom. And now we got a golden Venom who's now standing before a Meridius that is quite literally killing his dad more than his dad was already dying in the first place. Because Meridius is like, nah, I'm going to be the one true Eddie Brock. I'm going to be the one. I'm the man. I'm the tribal chief.
Oh, that fool called himself the man in the mirror. You ain't finna quote Michael Jackson to me, dog.
Look, right?
Why would you stab me in the chest? No, sir.
No. Hey, there's no way. You are not going to sit here and talk about, you going to ask me to make a change and you stabbing me in the gut. Like, I'm sorry. Just, we can't do that. But Venom, as the golden Venom, takes the spear. And apparently the way this all works, correct me if I'm wrong, Carter, But basically, this version of Venom is not just the Venom. It's actually more of an anti-Carnage almost.
Yes, that's why that's the name they came up with for the anti-Carnage. Eggenrack. Somehow, all the time displacement shenanigans that Old Man Venom was doing was to get 2 bullets. One of them apparently had the anti-Carnage in it. Eggenrack, the solid gold soul himself. I don't know when Dylan met Zatanna and she taught him this magic. Al Ewing didn't feel the need to write that into it. It happened, but apparently it happened off panel. But yes, sir. It was the anti-Venom. That's what this is.
No. Say the name again. Say the name again.
Eggenrack.
Boo! Boo! Boo!
Do we blame Al Ewing for writing it? Or do we blame Zatanna for teaching it to Dylan in the first place? What do we do?
Oh, man. I'm not going to lie, man. At this point, both of them. I blame both of them. I blame the House of Ideas. I blame the House of Ideas. The answer is yes. But no, so basically he uses the anti-Carnage because basically he takes the spear, turns all red into all gold.
So stupid.
Oh my god. Ideas that should never have been. Yeah, anyway. Says, but yeah, basically, he said a thing of carnage, but the Eggenrack reverses that. Oh my god. I just see it. Yeah. Anyway, so basically this destroys Meridius and unmakes him. It unmakes him. Now, this causes a chain of events. Remember how we were talking about Lee Price? Yeah, apparently.
Who is still alive for some reason.
Still alive. I don't know why this motherfucker. Because, wait, no, he came back as like a vampire or some bullshit. And, yeah, I don't.
Well, they made it seem like in order to make these zombiotes, Meridius killed him again. But apparently, no. He was just locked up somewhere. And the chain reaction of the all gold spear killing Meridius somehow put symbiote, since they were all derived from Lee Price, all those symbiotes went back to Lee Price, who apparently is alive, locked in a cell somewhere.
Actually, you know what I think happened? You know what it is? I think that, yeah, it's one of those things. So basically now he's the ultimate zombiote again. I guess. I don't know. And apparently, because they averted the timeline that Old Man Venom comes from, well, that's pretty much the end for him. So basically, he goes back to the gulag. He goes into the shadow realm because now, since his timeline doesn't exist, that's pretty much a wrap for him. But that's not where the story ends. Now that Old Man Venom is done, now Venom is being supposedly, they make it seem as though Venom proper, the symbiote, is dying or something of that matter. He has to throw Dylan out because he doesn't want Dylan to be destroyed, because you got to remember Dylan is technically half symbiote himself.
Yep.
So he shoves him out, and all of a sudden, he's supposedly he's melting down, and he gives one last "I love you, son," as he leaps out the window and goes on about his merry way. But we know that he's actually not dying. We know where he's going. He's going to, he's literally going to become the symbiote that will either be on Luke Cage or Joe Robertson or Madam Mask or Rick Jones or none of the above, because Marvel loves to do that bullshit. So the reasoning behind why Venom now has a gold design on him, it now actually makes that much more sense. Like, because before it was like, oh, is it gold now? Because like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, that's kind of where my head was at. I was like, oh, is it gold because the people who he's supposed to be taking over tend to wear a lot of yellow? Is that what this is? Is it because Madam Mask got the gold mask on her face? Is this why it's gold? But no, that has nothing to do with any of it. It is literally, he is gold because he is broken down. He's basically the breakdown of anti-Carnage back to being Venom and maybe in some weird state between. I don't know. That said, Carter, do you want to tell the good people, because we did talk about this before.
Yeah.
Some of you may or may not remember that not too terribly long ago, we spoke about some news that a new Carnage is on the horizon. Some of you might remember that.
So something that was happening during Venom War.
Yes.
Was Carnage wanting to be this godlike being to surpass even Meridius. That was one of the reasons Meridius did not want to have anything to do with All Blood the Necro Spear, because if he was to touch it, the godlike power of Carnage could very well overwhelm him and put him down. Cletus Cassidy, who had recently just been remade by Carnage because of his godlike power, he doesn't want anything to do, which at this point, after reading all of that mess and hearing you describe everything that we had to sit through to get to this point, I wouldn't want to be out in this godlike shit either. Carnage just wants to be a regular, or not Carnage, excuse me. Cletus just wants to be a regular serial killer. Okay.
Yep.
I just want to be Woody Harrelson, Natural Born Killers, Dexter, in New Blood, not the Dexter seasons, that the spinoff that is for some reason coming back again. I just want to be an average Joe mass murderer. I don't care about any of this God stuff. Carnage feels differently. So Cletus leaves him. Look for me in the yellow pages when you just want to go back to murdering people for shits and giggles.
Bruh.
Carnage needs a host. And with all of the Egan Rack, old man Dylan shit going on, what happened to Eddie? Well, still bleeding out, still dick swinging.
Yep.
He walks to where it all began. He walks to the church, where even if you saw the animated series, you're gonna know this church, because this is where Eddie Brock first became Venom. He goes there to basically die in peace, it looks like. But what we actually get is Eddie having a conversation with Carnage. And basically what we have here is a situation where Carnage won't make it without, in this instance, Eddie, because he needs a good host. And who better than who you were derived from?
Yep, your pappy.
So pretty much, so Carnage needs Eddie, and Eddie may or may not just want to, he might want to live to see what happens with his son, protect his son. We don't know. But you need me, I need you. So let's figure things out. But yeah, boom, there you go.
Naked in church is nasty work. This man said. Naked in the house of the Lord.
Yeah.
I just look. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired after all that. This event did wore me out.
Yeah.
This event didn't wore me out. I'm not. Look, okay. Look, let's go ahead and put the look. This is a post-mortem. Like we've examined it. We've gone through it. We looked at it. We can tell you the cause of death. This was an event that suffered from the sins of editorial, making two people work as writer on the same book, trying to tell two different stories to turn it into one story, and one of those writers leaving and the other writer being left behind to carry the bag, and that writer basically just kind of, I don't know, doing whatever. To me, once again, Al Ewing is still one of my favorite writers. So, you know, this is no shade on him as a writer, but I will definitely say his Venom run, it leaves a lot to be desired.
Okay.
And I think that Venom War was a step in the right direction. Even though I thought it was a dumb idea, like on its face, Venom War was a step in the right direction. I feel like it started off with a lot of promise. I was enjoying it all the way up to like maybe towards the end of issue 4 is when I kind of started saying like, oh, okay, yeah, I think I see this is about to get ignorant.
Yeah.
This about to get ignorant. Okay.
Now,
So
here's the question for you then. Since you, me, and several other people that are watching and reading this, or watching and listening to this on like Spotify and Apple Music and all that good stuff, since we all got through the, for lack of a better word, filth that was this Venom run, Venom War, Zombiotes, or Oats, whichever one you want to use. Going through all of that, sifting through all of that, which is leading us to the other side of all new Venom with just Al Ewing by himself, starting from jump. Does this entice you, or does this make you want to read that book? No other person except Al. We got through all of that. You got it by yourself now. Does this make you want to pick that book up? Issue number 1, the Wednesday it drops.
No. No. I mean, I am gonna read it, but like I'm not excited to read it. Like I'm more, because I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna drag out because basically the whole. It's kind of like what Jed MacKay did with his Avengers of Moon Knight series. It was like the whole first 5 or 6 issues was just a build up to who is the new Moon Knight. And I don't get thrilled by stuff like that because it usually always ends up being a disappointing answer. Because they did this with Black Panther. Some of you may remember back during the Reggie Hudlin era. They did the whole thing where it was like, oh hey, who could be Black Panther? Ooh, yeah. Could it be Shuri? Could it be Storm? Could it be oh my god, it just, yeah, it was silly. It got silly there for a bit, but let's see, when was that? That was 2008, right? I think that was 2008. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if I can find. I'm going back and looking to see if I can find all of the advertisements.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did. It was like a whole thing, like to the point where like I think Sue Storm was even in the running at one point. Like they had a.
I remember you showing me that.
Yeah, like it was it was kind of wild. Like 2008 was a strange and unusual time. But what was up?
Here's a question for you, because Jasmine said that she's still going to pick up the book simply because she wants to read another street level Al Ewing book. So I know one thing, because I met several people yesterday who were talking about it. There were a lot of people that fucking, and I mean fucking, hated Donny Cates' run. They
Really?
hated all these King in Black shenanigans. They want street level lethal protector Venom. Are do you think people might actually pick the book up because of that? Will a lot of you who are watching and listening right now, will you all pick up this book if you all were somebody that maybe didn't like that? Because that threw me for a fucking loop when I heard that. Man, I fucking hated all that. Man, all that King and Black bullshit. Man, why they do all that?
There were some people that did like literally irrationally hate that shit. I didn't realize it was that
That was
many.
crazy to me. That was crazy to me.
Well, you know, I'll say this much. You know what? Considering that it is Al Ewing that's going to be on the book,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe he'll get to tell a more like consistent story.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, there is a shot that I see in because I did myself a favor.
Okay.
I went and looked up one of the solicits.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing you know, I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of like the art on this. So
I do too, but there's one thing I'm thinking about.
yeah.
And I want to see if you're with me on this. I really like this shot. I have never seen this shot. This is a good pose. But I'm thinking about who could potentially be inside. I don't want to see Luke Cage making a pose like this. Because that's all I'm thinking about is Luke Cage.
He's like, is that Luke?
Something like that. That's
Look.
nasty for Luke Cage to be like that, bro.
So I can tell you right now for the big two, no. They pitch. They basically pitch. Sometimes they get offers, but I mean, they'll also, when they get an offer, they still got to give a pitch. And if the pitch is approved, then they'll go forward. So you know what? I take it back. I like I said, I'm gonna read this, but it's not going to be with any kind of like excitement level. Like this is gonna be more of a I'm reading this because it's one of my favorite writers, so I'm gonna read it really more out of support.
Okay.
For him, and leave it at that. Leave it at that. And you know what? With that said, I do want to take a moment right quick.
Okay.
And oh wow, you know what? I might be able to tell you. Wow.
What?
I think the solicit spoiled it.
As they tend to fucking do.
I think the solicit. Okay, so
I don't read them.
Well, no, I'm gonna tell you what I just found. So I'm on comicbookmovie.com. They have the first few, or not the first few. Well, it's a preview. It's a preview of. I'm not gonna, just in case I don't want to fuck it up for anybody else. I don't
Send
care.
it to me.
Want me to send
send
it to
it
you?
to me.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
I got you, Pimp.
I want to see this.
So here, let me pull up. Let me pull up our chat. Yep, actually, yep, this is it right here. So basically, so what I'm sending Carter.
Okay.
It's like 5 pages of this shit. And it's kind of wild. I'm not gonna hold you. And it's actually dreadfully out of order for some reason. So yeah, I apologize for that. The way it's sent is all the way out of order. The last page is actually first. The way I sent it to you. But I'll put it like this. Basically what happens is pretty much everybody who is a suspect to be the all-new Venom, every last single person with the exception of one is involved in the scenes. Only one of them is not present. And basically, it really, to me, it kind of boils it down to 2 suspects. Like, there's no, is it this guy or is it that person? I don't know. I can just tell you right now, I don't think it's Rick. I don't think it's Rick Jones. I'll just put it like that. Because there's a point where they all kind of get the hell out of Dodge, or maybe I'm not seeing the whole story here. I don't know. But I can definitely, like, you see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about, right?
And no, Elite X1 ain't sending you shit. You gonna wait, just like everybody else, for all new Venom #1 to come to your comic book shop and newsstands. Coming soon.
Nah.
Ain't sending you nothing.
Nah, I ain't gonna do him like that. I'm a hook him up. I'm a hook him up. Oh, this is so
Okay,
nasty,
that's interesting. I can't say what I want to say. Had I not seen this,
yeah,
I was gonna say something to you. Just wondering, but okay. I'll tell it to you later. I do want to thank. I do want to thank Gillis Mo for that 1999 because he's asking you, can we just call the TOD on this? It was too much. And it jumped the shark around issue 4, and he's been rough at it best since.
Yes.
But that looks awesome. He's talking about the pose.
Oh.
That I really hope that ain't Luke Cage made a pose like that.
Yeah. Okay, look, I'm going to go ahead and start right now. Let's say I'm going to call the time of death at 2:30 Central Standard Time. I think we can, and we're going to say that...
I'm telling you. This is what I was gonna say. Yeah.
He's like, look, man, I don't like it. Look, no, I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. Yeah, no, Carter ain't lying. This Al Ewing just want to write a nigga again. That's all I'm saying. He just want to write a nigga again. And you know what? I don't blame him. He been white. Look, that motherfucker been writing that dry ass chicken for the last 2-3 years. And he said, man, finally I can get a. He said, please let me write a brother again. Can I please? What do I got to do? Who do I got to kill? Do you want me to kill Meridius? Do you want me to kill Dylan? I kill him. I kill the little motherfucker if you want me to. Ooh, I kill him. That man said, look, he said, just tell me what I got to do. He's like, look, man, I can't keep going like this. Y'all gotta be writing too many white folks.
Absolute wasn't enough, decking out. You're right. He needs more.
He said, I need all the nigga books. I need them. He said, I need them.
That's gonna get you in so much trouble. He said, Kieran Gillen ain't the only one. You thought I was just gonna let Kieran Gillen put David Banner in his image book? And y'all gonna be waiting?
He said, look, I can't take this shit no more. Yeah. Like, you know what he is? He like Arsenio Hall in Harlem Nights. He just turned over. He started slapping Brian. He's just like, stop it. He said, stop drawing them ugly ass hairlines. I can't take this shit no more.
Okay, Kieran got David Banner in his book as a multiversal threat. I got to do something. Get my right back.
Look. You know what I'm thinking about? I keep thinking about Iron Man. That man's like, Kieran Gillen built this in a cave with a box of scraps. He said, I got to get back on my game. He's like, he said, you see what he just put out here? You see what he just put out here in the streets? I can't let him do this to me.
Yeah.
I can't let him do this to me.
Yeah, truly.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't mad at him. I'm not mad at him because you know what? Look. After all this, look, I just want to look, Al Ewing, especially after that Kendrick drop. You know Al Ewing. Look, let me tell you something. Y'all know Al Ewing want real fast to throw that Luke Cage up on the screen and hit that. That motherfucker said, let's go. Yeah, I'm calling it right now. Yeah, I don't know. It's iffy. It's iffy, but I'm going to tell y'all right now. Man. All I'm going to say is somebody go out a window and then somebody come back. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'll say. I don't want to spoil it for y'all. I tell y'all what, let me ask you this. If I spoil it, will y'all go buy the book? Let's put it like that. If I show y'all this shit and y'all like what you see, will you go buy the book? Because if this is what I think it is, This might be some heat. This might
Man,
be.
go look at them. Y'all go check out them solicits yourselves.
Look,
I'm
let
gonna
me
be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy. We don't want to
look.
spoil it for everybody. Jasmine saying she waiting until next
She
week.
wait-
No spoilers. Yeah, y'all.
All right,
y'all.
look,
Yeah.
let me tell y'all something, because I'm gonna tell you right now, if this issue go the way I think it is, I can see Al Ewing on his John Wick shit just be like, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. He's like, because this shit is gonna be wild.
Yeah.
So we're, like I said, it is what it is. Me personally, I am I'm not gonna lie, I have to read that list. I'm a little more hype. I'm a little more hype. I'm like that much more hype. Like I was down here. I'm like up here. I'm like up here now. I was down on the flow before.
I absolutely disagree with you, Black Phoenix. If it's not Luke Cage, who cares? The other host candidates are lame. I absolutely disagree with you. And if these solicits are any indication, I'm happy it wasn't who you want it to be. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna leave it on. That's all I'm gonna leave it on right there, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Look, I'll put it like this. I'll put it like this. It's I like when people don't go for the obvious choices.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say. I like it when people go for when they don't go for the obvious choices. Let's also run it back, because we got some super chats from my man. This is the return of the space cowboy. In here with the 5 says, not to mention all the stuff going on with Carnage in his books too, and the lead up, what he's been wanting to do with Eddie and the King of Black stuff. Yeah, it's the thing is, this has been Carnage playing long game shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is Carnage basically, like, and also kind of circling back to Zero. Like, and I kind of feel like, honestly, this might just be the return of formed Venom. Because don't get me wrong, I love the Donny Cates run. Donny Cates proved that Venom can become more than just a street level hero. He can get on the edge of that cosmic ish without, like, getting lame. But now I'm ready for Venom to go back to being a street level cat. Like I don't want to see Kang. I don't want to see Galactus. I don't want to see the Living Tribunal. Eternal. I don't want to see nothing.
This is the X-Men convo all over again. You good on Krakoa. Now you want them going back to the tried and true.
Let's go back to the shit that actually works. Let's go back to some shit that actually works. So the shit that we know is gonna pop.
So what you saying, Blerd without fear? Krakoa didn't work. See, I told y'all he is against us. I told y'all. Did I tell you that I randomly saw Krakoa trending the other day? And I looked up. Apparently, people were going in on Tom Brevoort again because in the latest issue of Gail Simone's X book, somebody had a letter, the letters column. Somebody was talking about how
I gotta go. Let's pull it up.
Yeah. See, I had it. Because basically, the dude's letter was basically like, "That's all you read from the Krakoa era, big time." Hold on, let me send.
Who is it? Just tell me the name. I have it pulled up.
Have what pulled up?
The name of who sent it.
I don't know who sent it. It was a very long letter. I bookmarked.
Did it start with Dear X Team?
Yes, that one.
Okay, I got it.
James is his name.
Yeah, I got him. Dude, oh my God, this is the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. But yeah, this is why I randomly saw.
I think it's actually kind of funny that motherfucker literally. I actually think it's actually quite funny that Tom actually let this go through.
Right?
Like, this is actually, dude, okay, I usually don't ever read the letters because, I mean, it's usually just people simping or being weird. And this is kind of a little bit of both. Let's take a look. Here, I'm going to pull this up. Bam. It says, Dear X Team, I'm sure you've been hearing all kinds of positive feedback about Gail Simone's writing in the latest Uncanny X-Men series, but I just had to write in about something in the most recent issue, number 2, that deeply affected me. As a background for the moment, during the Krakoan era, there's been a noticeable shift toward to put it bluntly, a kind of prejudice, exclusionary language in the mutant community. I absolutely loved Hickman's new direction and writing and eagerly followed along with all the other X books. But it was a real heartbreak to hear the characters I love speaking anti-mutant slurs and treating humans...
Anti-human slurs.
Anti-human slurs and treating humans as less. Okay, all right. First off, I want to shut this down. I want to shut this down. I want to shut this down because here. Wait a minute.
Just get in their book.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold on. Wait. I'm gonna finish reading the letter. But I want to point out something.
Okay.
I want to point out something, and this tells me. This, because, okay, remember how we talked about this before when people be like whenever something happens, we piss, or usually it's me, I piss somebody off, and suddenly they want to try and be like, they want to pull that Karen, I want to talk to the manager shit, where be like, well, I used to be a huge fan of yours. I used to watch every video. In reality, they didn't really watch every video. They just watched some videos, and they're propping up how big a fan they are of me to try and hurt my feelings more so that I bend over backwards for them. It's shit that people do when they want to speak to the manager all the time. Oh, I've been coming here for 10, 50. The store ain't been here but 2. Stop. Anyway, I am going to keep the party going.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep the party going. So let's go ahead and let's. So where did he leave off? Oh yeah, talk about slurs towards humans. As less valuable and less worthy of existence. Obviously, this is something we're used to hearing from Magneto, and it's not that surprising coming from Cyclops these days. But when I read words of segregation and hate coming from Jean, Storm, and even Nightcrawler, it made me feel like I had lost something special. It made me feel like I was losing my friends and family to a cult. This is a feeling many of us have had in real life over the past several years, as the language of hate, the feeling that, wait here, let's wait, where'd I go? I got it right here.
Okay, you got it. Okay.
Yeah. No, I thought that I had it cocked and loaded. It was not cocked and loaded. There you go. I'm gonna zoom this in just so we can see it a little bit better.
Yeah.
But he says that are not welcome for who we are seems to spread even to close family members. Yet all is not lost, as I found out this past week. In Uncanny number 2, we see the continuation of the excellent start brought to us by Simone, and but we also get something more. Calico says up front that she's not a mutant. Nobody calls her a flat scan, and nobody drives her away from the team. Nobody says mutants only here, or your kind isn't welcome. And when Gambit asks her why she would come there if she's not a mutant, maybe trying to warn her that they face troubles she could avoid if she didn't throw in with the hated and feared, she says something that resonated deeply. I didn't have anywhere else. Okay, let me point out something here. Do you want to know why no one argued with her about not being a mutant? It's because everybody could look at that bitch and tell she was in denial. Don't nobody walk up with a horse the way she did if they ain't got no goddamn powers. Oh man, I hope that motherfucker right back in after reading this issue, because this showed the issue where she talk about being a goddamn mutant. But anyway, point of the matter is, he goes on to say, hasn't that been the X-Book story all along? Hasn't that been the story of the readers? The X family is a home for those who have been shoved out of everywhere else. It doesn't matter if you've got blue fur, wacky hair, antlers, or can shoot lasers out of your nostrils. How much you want to bet? This motherfucker is probably racist, though. This type of motherfucker to say they don't see color. Like, this type of motherfucker is low-key racist.
Lives matter like a motherfucker.
Oh, boy. No. Let me tell you something. This is one of those
little 70s, a little 60s. It's a little black power.
Like that. That's what it is. That's the shit. This is the type of motherfucker to be like
a little political, in my opinion.
That's that type of motherfucker right there. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep it going. But says it doesn't matter what. Yep. So here, see, I don't care about skin color. It doesn't matter what color your skin is, what your religion is, who you love, or what country you were born into. You can be a mutant, a techno-organic alien, a space dragon, a genetically engineered bird boy, or even an average, everyday baseline human. If you can learn to accept others, if you've been looking for a found family, if you've got nowhere else to go, then we've got a place for you by the hearth. Now, they go on to say, thank you so much for this. Thank you for the welcome, the acceptance, and the imperfect home for misfits and outcasts. I'm eagerly awaiting all the adventures to come. And here's the thing.
So when I saw this and I read it,
Yeah.
I said, what the fuck does Tom Brevoort have to do with this? And why did this get put to print? And then I see that Tom Brevoort is the one who responded to this letter by saying, well said, James. We agree with you on this point completely. And people lost their minds.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I will give the person this. They're not entirely wrong. Krakoa was a time of exclusion. They didn't allow humans on the island except on a case-by-case basis. Those characters primarily being Shogo, and that was only because Jubilee was his mother, and she could just abandon a child. There was also Kyle, North Star's husband, and that was just because they were married. So it wasn't like, he was gonna, wasn't like even though technically North Star could have, but it wasn't like he was gonna, I guess I'm just gonna have to go visit my husband when I go to the summer house, for the weekend. Yeah, they're not gonna do that. And hell, there was at one point they didn't even allow Juggernaut to come to the island until like way later when Charles Xavier didn't have any more say. And I mean, to be fair, lots of characters lorded their being mutant over other humans, even characters that you probably wouldn't expect it from. But I mean, you got to think about this. When people are hated and feared and oppressed, yeah, of course, they're going to go find their own shit. Like you've been told your entire life to, stop forcing your agenda on me. Go do it somewhere else. Go make your own thing. And of course, what's going to happen is that they're going to go do that, and then people are going to get mad about it. And that was the key thing I kept saying about the Krakoan era and why so many people hated it, is because I remember when I used to make them videos back when Krakoa first kicked off. I can't tell you how many times I saw comments, people talking about how, oh man, fuck Krakoa, man, the X-Men are bad guys now, and da-da-da-da-da this, da-da-da-da-da. Here's the thing. No, the X-Men were bad guys. They just were looking out for themselves, and they weren't going out of their way to help people who hated and feared them. That's a very reasonable response to bigotry. Is to be like, you know what? Fine. Y'all told me to go. Y'all said that y'all hated us. Being around. Like, how many times, Carter? How many times did we see in X-Men comics humans protesting mutants and telling them to go back where they came from? Wait. This I don't think this actually sends it home. But here, let's take a look at this right quick. Right here, here's one. No more mutants, make Illinois mutant free. Well, guess what they did? They left Illinois. They actually left the whole goddamn country, went and got their own place and was chilling. Minding their own fucking business. Right here. Let's see. Genetic cleanliness begins at home. Have your babies tested now. God hates mutants. It's not murder if it's a mutant. Oh, and then there's one back here in the back, Casey. God did not make mutants. Shit like that. Wait, right here. Here's another one. It's 1987. Do you know what your children are? Paid by citizens in support of the Mutant Registration Act.
One of my favorite parts of that early X stuff was when Cyclops came to pick up Sabretooth when they were putting him in the pit.
Oh,
and you had Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four there and everybody there. And One of my favorite moments was Scott just looking at Reed like, "What did you expect me to do? To just basically saying you just expected me to just bend over again?
Right.
We did what you all wanted us to do. We over here now. You just expected us to just kowtow for you again?
Oh yeah. Look right here.
That was one of my favorite parts.
Mutant.
They finally had enough. Yep.
Go back to where you came from. Okay, well, fine. We'll make they came from you, but tell you what, they're gonna go make their own place to come from, and they're gonna go there. And they're gonna have blackjack and hookers, and it's gonna be great. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. That was all part of the story. It was supposed to be a story about how people can be oppressed, leave that oppression, create a home for themselves, but also at the same time be oppressive to their own. I just saw someone bring up the Morlocks, how the Morlocks were treated. The Morlocks had to share the island with the people who massacred them decades ago, to the point that they didn't even want to live on Krakoa. They ended up living in a fucking retirement community in Arizona, and then eventually living on the fucking high seas. Mutants who didn't pass for normal were treated differently than mutants who could pass for human. There was and there was also, if you didn't possess any power that was important, people just didn't want to be bothered with you. So no, I think that this person, what they're complaining about, I think, while I think that, maybe there's some smoke where there is fire, at the same time, I feel like maybe they missed the point. And honestly,
go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, one of the comments even brought up the point that Jean was one of the main people that was trying to bring people together. She wanted humans to be able to be resurrected and stuff like that. So it's like, what are we talking about here? And this is not me trying to instigate, but I saw a comment that said the mutants weren't exactly minding their own business. X-Force and Beast were fucking shit up everywhere.
Yeah, no, they were. They were. Beast was experimenting on mutants, humans, aliens, and anyone else he could get his hands on, and all without any government oversight from Krakoa. I mean, they also had snakes in their garden who were actively working against them, and they actively worked with Mr. Sinister, who they knew they could not trust, and trusted him anyway.
It's just funny to me when I saw it, and then when people saw that Brevort basically just doubled down, like, "Yep, we agree with you." It's like, ooh.
Well, I mean, here's the thing though: a hit dog a holler, and that's. So and to get it back to that, I feel like, man, people are giving this dude way too much smoke. They're giving this dude way too much smoke. And Tom is the type of dude, I don't know him personally, but just based on the interviews I've seen him do, the podcasts I've seen him do, and his interactions and the letters, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, Tom is not the one. Tom is not the one. If you want to fuck with somebody, go fuck with somebody else. Because Tom Tom got time. Tom's got time. Fuck the dude who wrote the letter, because he is clearly way too emotional. First of all, I just want to point something out. Real quick. I like to play this clip every time people get overly emotional about shit like this.
But fictional characters. Fictional characters,
y'all. Fictional characters. Don't get too angry. As a matter of fact, I got another one for you. I played this yesterday for y'all. Some of y'all got to see it. Carter, I don't think you got a chance to partake. No. But here, I'm gonna play this little clip. Okay. And this is something I want everybody to remember. This is from the GOAT. It's from the GOAT, James Gunn. Let's see here. And
one of the weird things to me is that none of this is real. It may be alarming to people, but none of it is real.
See, that is lost on so many goddamn people. And people
Yes.
like to bring up the clip from pro wrestling, but that shit is true in comics. That shit is true in everything.
Oh
You
yeah,
have
MJF.
people. No. It's not real. But then you will have somebody counter that. That you will have somebody counter that with tears in their eyes. It's still real to me, damn it.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Nasty work. Nasty work. Nasty work.
Look, I'm just gonna play it again.
You know, one of the weird things to me is that none of this is real. It may be alarming to people, but none of it is real.
I had to play it again. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to. I couldn't resist. That said, real quick, because I feel like we kind of got out in the weeds again, and I apologize, y'all. We're gonna run through some more of these super chats we got. We got one from Jay Keno, says, "Good event, terrible ending. It's sad." You're right. You're exactly right. I'm gonna have to remember to get that clip. But yeah, that is true, and I hate it. I hate it that it is this way. It upsets me. We also got Dead Ed, DED. Damn, that sucks, man. Woo, Lord, woo. Speedy, you are not lying. Chi-Town Dan says Eddie has acute Rob Liefeld syndrome. Now, okay,
okay, go ahead.
I know what he's talking about. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's funny, but I know why he has it, so I'm not as critical of it. But it's still funny to me. Talking about this is foreshortening. This is a perspective technique called foreshortening. So the ankles look smaller because they're technically supposed to be further away, but it still looks fucked up just to look at. So it's one of those things. I'm always just like, oh man, yeah. Sometimes shit just don't play out like you want it. We also got another one from Speedy Moondust here with the 2 says, "Wait till we see Platinum Symbiote, Novum Egnar." Ooh, Novum Eggenrack. Oh god, that sounds disgusting. Sounds disgusting. Sounds like something you would find at like a like a Greek restaurant. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. Take it away. But that said, here we are. Venom is in the books. We called the post-mortem. We called the time of death at 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's over. It's over. God bless us. It's over. Oh, shit. You know what? We missed one.
Uh-oh.
We missed one from way back. Our boy John Battle sent us John Battle hooked us up, and we missed it. I'm pulling it back up. I got it right here. I got it right here. Don't you worry. I got it. John Battle. With the Blerd Club Gold, 42 months in the Blerd Club Gold Mine. My God, you're a mad lad. Says, "What's happening, Ernie and Carter? I'm happy to say I just received my book that I won from your show. The wifey is going to love it when she sees it on Christmas Day. Thanks." Hey, shout out to you. Remember John, you're going to have to remember exactly which book it was. I don't remember the exact one, but that was when we were doing the metal covers. The metal cover giveaways, and I can't remember if it was the Gargoyles one. I can't remember if John won the Gargoyles one or maybe it was the Thundercats one. I think it might have been the maybe it was the Thundercats one. I could be misremembering. I could be misremembering, but I'm almost positive. I think it might have been the Thundercats one. Or like Thunder. I know we did one for Thundercats Chitara as well. So it might have been one of those. I can't remember exactly. I remember being either Gargoyles or Thundercats, though. Somewhere along those lines. Let's see. We also got one here. We just got one fresh in from LP3 says, "If you're the kind of person that doesn't enjoy real life concepts and sentiments applied to their fiction, there are whole separate genres for that." And that's true. And that's the thing. Like, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. You know, like when I hear people say,
A little political, in my opinion.
when I hear people say that, I'm just like, why not? Why not? I know there's people out there would say,
I don't know if I would have injected that into the character.
you know, but here's the thing. I would have injected that into the character. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's just me though. That's just me. Not to mention people have been doing this shit for years and you didn't complain then. So why are you complaining now? Oh, it's because you're not a dumb kid anymore who actually understands the world. And I think that's the problem with these people when they say that they don't want to see that stuff. It's like, yeah, you used to read comics. You used to read them. And one day, you started actually paying attention to the words and the bubbles and not staring at the pretty pictures. That's what happened. Let's see. We also got right here, man, out here, Mojo Quit over on the Twitch side says, force them to come to terms with the fact that they have villainous tendencies. It's true. It's true. No lies detected. Also, yeah, okay, confirmed. Gargoyles. I knew it was one of them. I couldn't remember the exact one, but I knew it was one of them. I was paying attention. See? I know stuff. I know things. Carter, real quick, I just want to say, because we gotta, man, I'm not gonna lie, we actually spent way more time on that than I actually anticipated. I lost complete and total track of things. So here's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
And I've become more comfortable with doing this because sometimes it just be like that. So I am actually feeling a bit peckish.
Okay.
And I know that it would probably take an hour to get through the rest of the show. So here's what we're gonna do. Since we did the Venom thing, we talked about Venom War. How about this? Next week, we're going to pick a less juicy topic. It'll still be juicy, but it ain't going to be that juicy. But we'll come back and we will answer questions from the Discord. We will answer questions from the chat. We will also talk about a recommended. Matter of fact, tell you what, we'll give you two for the price of one. We'll give you two recommendeds. Carter will give you one. I'll give you one. Like old times to make up for it. But yeah, I feel myself getting peckish, and I also feel myself getting, admittedly lightheaded. And being under these lights does not help. So that said, yeah, we're gonna get up out of here. I apologize. Like I said, I don't like cutting them short like that, but I think that's something that I'm gonna start making myself do in the future, because if professional shows, and if professional shows do it, then why shouldn't I? I can't tell you how many times I've been waiting to get in on the call-ins on Majority Report, and they're like, yeah, actually, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut the call-in short because we're behind. I'm like, oh, man. But I always call in next week. So that said, yes, go back, go back into the channel here in a little bit. I'll try and have the Justice League Unlimited video ready. If you missed it, make sure to go back and check out my video for Shadow Cabinet. I put out a video for Shadow Cabinet #1, which I believe dropped yesterday. We also got as obviously the Uncanny X-Men #6 video. And I think there will be a video for West Coast Avengers #1. And there will also be a video for, why am I blanking on the other thing I made a video about?
Damn, you doing that many?
Well, I did two of them, and I sent two to Robo.
Gotcha.
And I Absolute Wonder Woman. Duh. Oh my God. I was like, because I remembered it was like, hey, you take a DC book, I take a DC book, I take a Marvel book, you take a Marvel book. That's basically, that was basically how it broke down. But I had to go back. I had to go look in the Google Drive and do that. So yeah, all that stuff is out. I also, I tell you what, next week, man, I should have done it today because I kind of implied that I would. There actually is a video coming out for us, so I'm not gonna rush it. So yeah, we'll just get to that when we get to it. I was gonna say there's a be on the lookout. Sometime this week, there will be a video for this. ODB, Oddities, Discord, and B-Sides, Lyrical Ruckus in the City. So there will be a video for this, and I'll probably even talk about it some on the next Blerd Cave. So there'll be that. Okay. And there will also be a video coming out before too long. This might take a little bit longer because I told Robo not to rush it. The other stuff was more important, just because it was time sensitive. But there will also be a video for Stray Dogs coming up here for too long because I think Feral just got through its first trade, and I need to. I want to do a video for that one, so we're gonna do Stray Dogs first. And then we'll get to the first trade of Feral, and there's more stuff coming. But anyway, that said, Carter, do you have anything you want to say before we get out?
Nope. Get up out of here. Get something in your stomach. I need something in mine because I've only had 3 cups of coffee today, and I need something other than that.
Yeah, same. Actually, I need to take my medication too. Good Lord. Don't ever forget that. Anyway, thank you so much for all of your time and energy. And as always, for Blerd Koa, for Earth's Mightiest subscribers and Earth's Mightiest patrons, all the chatters, the lurkers, the super chatters, the people hitting us up on the Twitch side, and for all my people over on the Streamlabs side. Thank you all so much for everything that you do for Carter Presents. I am the Blerd Without Fear. And Meridius, you can go to hell.
Bye!